Warning. The following program is a recap of the HBCU sports world. It is meant to be comedic and informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their schools, or all black people. There may be some cuss words and some cultural words. If that bothers you, move along. If you're young, please seek permission before watching any further. If you at work, make sure you got your earbuds in. Don't blame us if you get fired. Thank you. The Outspoken Show.
And P.S. Don't be so damn sensitive.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. Check, we Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow, who can't cry for spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness is really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring son up, baby.
Hey yo, Scotty, we back. Appreciate you for reaching out. I'm like, hey, it's outspoken. A lot changed. Granted, the concept we still hosting. Giving you the fix you need when on the screen. The veteran, Captain Petty, giving you medicine. Come tap in. You know Scott gon' do what he do. Might not want to hear it, but here go the hard truth. Perry about the numbers, regret if you're not fact-based. When you run your lane, the numbers seem like a statue. Wait. Hey, Scotty, man, I'm not feeling it. I don't think the people feeling it. Let me get in my bag a little bit, just showing what this outspoken really about to be like. Outspokenness is more than conjecture. These days they land people are so glad that we got our own. Hunger insatiable, made for you if you say you objective. Hard truth offering, no offense, just perspective. Come get your dosage and go with me. We spit it like poetry. The pivot was pivotal. Could rhyme here, but I'd rather not. Some say Scotty, some coast. first one since Stewart. If you know, then you know. But if you don't, then you lost. Let me be frank for a minute, cause we all know that's how Perry be. Break it down the game for what it was, no apologies. This my hypothesis, you tune in, you like watching it. It's common sense, obvious, competent, rugged, and confident. Hey, we outspoken. We outspoken. We outspoken. This is outspoken, and we gon' put on a show, even if we hear you say I can't stay. It's outspoken.
Hey, backpack. I think we got another one.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty Man. Welcome to Outspoken. You already know Monday nights live in full effect, and we are talking everything HBCU football under the sun. And you know I can't do it without my brother from another. Give it up for your guy, your co-host, Prairie View.
That week, baby. Time. Hey, hold on. Hey, this is what we gonna be doing Saturday. Hey.
Oh man,
Piss them JSU fans off.
it's that time.
It's that time.
It's that time. It's time. I feel like they do it off of UFC. It's time.
I want to hear the fight song, Southern fight song all night.
What's the fight song?
I mean, we got a first down and a touchdown. That's what or a turnover. I want to hear the fight song all night.
How it go?
Dun, 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 dun. Something like that.
You part of the band? What you mean something like that?
What you want me to hum the whole thing out?
I'm just saying you did like two notes. Dun, 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 dun,
when you hear that, that's all. When you hear dun, 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 that's all you need to know. That's when you like, okay, Southern did something. When you hear dun, 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 that's it.
Boy, you sound like that old man. Boy, you know what I'm talking about.
You know what the hell I'm talking about.
You know what the hell I'm talking about. The Mosey.
Oh, man, you wanted me to do the whole fight song.
God, no. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the fight songs. I was hoping you put me on game.
Hey, all I know when you hear dun, 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 that's it. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would assume it was a little bit more, but hey.
Well, you got the power of the internet. You could always YouTube.
Yeah, but you're the alum. Why I gotta YouTube that? You the alum. I should have to YouTube that. You should be like, I know my fight song. No, I ain't
gonna do all that tonight.
Man, it's that week. You said it's that week.
Can we cuss yet?
No, I haven't.
Well, I'm just saying, I know you got to be on YouTube for so long before you can say something.
Oh yeah, that's why I got the intro. That's why the intro is 5 minutes. Oh, you good after the intro?
Oh man, fuck Jackson. Yo, it's that week, Jackson. Y'all know it is. Y'all disrespectful. I seen you in the comments. You talking about SU sucks, all that. No, you suck. All right. It's one of them nights. And for the people out there, y'all don't understand this rivalry, so you don't realize how vulgar and nasty and really just bad this is. But we don't like each other.
What's that? He's like, I'm a nasty mother. What's that movie he said? Because I'm a nasty mother.
Yeah. Why you always saying nasty shit? Because I'm a nasty motherfucker. Yeah. No, man. And only Jackson State is Southern. Everybody else going, oh my God, they're rude. They just cussing all. Come to a Southern Jackson game and see how much cussing you gonna get. Fighting. You saw it firsthand.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I listen. I know Josh would tell you this is
Oh, that's Central and
yeah, that's Central. It's the classic 95 years. No. And I get it. They don't like them, but I'm listen. That Jackson, it's different. It's different. There's a hate in the air, but I love it though. That's what makes it so good because it's like, yeah, these Bama do not like it.
And it don't matter what the record is for one team or the other. It does not matter. It can look like the other team not even have a chance to win. Ask Jackson State for them 9 years in a row. All right, they tend to forget. They're gonna act like that didn't happen from 2013 through 2021. They're gonna act like it did not happen.
Oh man!
Oh, you always bringing up the past, Perry. Yeah. You was getting your ass whooped. But hey, while they was getting their ass whooped, they still talk noise. We been getting our ass whooped. I'm going to talk noise. So I think we about even now. We understand what it's like coming into this game with one team may not seem like they got a chance in hell to win. It does not matter.
I've been seeing this video like all over Twitter.
Oh, shit.
A few minutes later.
I was there.
You need to be quiet. You need to be weeping.
This was in 2010. I was there.
2010?
The legend of the White Tiger.
Oh, man.
I think both teams scored like 3 or 4 touchdowns with under 2 minutes left in the game. It was just the whole game was nothing until we got to 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. And both teams just kept scoring back and forth. I don't know what the fuck Southern's defense was in, but, man, we gave up 2 big plays to Jackson State, and they ended up winning that game, man. That was a hell of a game. This was memorable. That was one of the most memorable Southern Jackson games I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
And especially that 2013 when we beat them for the SWAC championship, and the guy was wide open, but he was out of bounds.
He's out of bounds, yeah.
Out of bounds, and we won that championship.
Now that looks like, what is that, Jackson?
Yes, that Jackson.
That looks like 60,000. You know what I'm saying? Now they probably haven't seen this in quite some time, but that looks like 60,000.
Oh, you ought to see our side.
Woo!
We in there. I was so pissed off this night. I walked by a little kid, a Jackson State kid. He was talking shit. I smacked him upside the head with the pom-pom, and I got lost in the crowd because he started crying and he was telling his mom, and I hit him as hard as I could and got up out of there.
Oh my goodness!
Don't let look, kid, you can't talk no noise.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. You talking about see? Now that's an atmosphere. Like,
well, they showed up to see something. That's all it is. They showed up to see us because you see when it's everybody else, they don't show up to see them, do they?
Oh man,
if it ain't homecoming. They ain't showing up to watch us. They showed up to see us, and I get it. As much as they say they hate us, boy, they love when we come to town. The economy get a boom. We gonna drink up all the liquor. We gonna buy all the parking spots we can find, and whether it's in somebody's yard or it's on the street. We gonna eat the food. We a boost to the economy. Jackson like when we come to town. They can stunt and talk all that talk they want, but when Southern come to town, they start seeing them flags coming. They love it. They gonna act like they don't, but it really make their day. It give them something to get up for. Ooh, it's Southern in town today. Oh, they love that.
So they had month for this year, right? So you say you got protect. You always say you got to protect your windows.
Well, they don't do the same. How we go there, they don't come here like that. Yeah. They come up with every excuse in the world. Like, we fight, they get their cars stolen, broken into. I want to know where that's happening at. Because trust me, the local news would love to report that like they did when we went to Jackson State. Yeah. And they was busting folks' windows out. So.
AJ cars with Southern tags and flags mysteriously get broken windows.
Yeah. Why? How? I don't hear about the Jacksons that have it is always like, yeah, they cut our brake line when we was down there in Baton Rouge, man. We didn't have no brakes. Somebody got under the car and took our car. You know, it's like, what? I don't be knowing where they come from. If you scared, just say we don't like coming to Baton Rouge, and that's fine. You don't like to go nowhere. Look, I don't know what y'all alumni giving is like, but it seems like y'all don't want to come to Baton Rouge. You like to go to Bama State. You may go to Mobile. But y'all don't like to come to Baton Rouge. But we'll come to Jackson. Mm-hmm. Ex-Jackson fans, hey, we'll come to Jackson. But
be in there deep.
Huh?
Be in there deep.
Deep.
Now, I know, for the past couple of years, I've talked to a couple of Jags, and they say they don't make that trip to Jackson like they used to because they don't have that expectation like they used to.
It ain't the same.
They say it ain't the same, yeah.
We've been getting our ass kicked lately. And one thing Southern fans not finna do is go to Jackson and let them talk shit to us. It was a time where it was even kill, but, as of lately, and we've been seeing them like twice in a season and ass whoopings twice. I'm there. Hey, I show up, but
Hey, they closing in on that streak, Perry. That what you said, that 9 years in a row, they closing in on it.
Are they really?
Yeah, what they year 5? Got me year 5.
I got an interesting stat for you then once we get to this game, just to let you know. It's not what really people think.
Yeah.
But you will see once I get to that stat. It really ain't what the people think. But,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, let's get into a little hot viral. Let's pop it off. And what better way than to start with your arch nemesis? Listen, they said we outie 5,000. Said stop bringing us up. Stop talking about us. Don't bring up Jackson State no more. Don't say, if you say Sonic, we bringing the boom. All right. It says Sonic Boom supporters and friends from Dr. Little. It says I trust this message finds you well. I am writing to respectfully share that the Jackson State University Sonic Boom of the South Marching Band, damn, that's a long name, is not an active participant in the ESPN Band of the Year competition. As director, I have again requested not to be included in a preliminary adjudication, rankings, or promotion of this event. This decision was made with thoughtful consideration and it is rooted in internal priorities. While we hold the Band of the Year organizers and all affiliated institutions in the highest regard and continue to maintain positive relationships across the broader band community, our decision is a matter of institutional preference. We fully respect the decision of other programs to participate, as well as the enthusiasm of fans who follow the competition. At Jackson State, our students work tirelessly and are evaluated by a different set of standards, those that focus on personal growth, musical excellence, and cultural impact. We take immense pride in the integrity, resilience, and the achievements of members both on and off the field. We wish the ESPN Band of the Year initiative continued success, and we are confident in its ability to flourish and uplift the art form we all cherish. Perry, you are very much so a part of the band community. You are a videographer for the Human Jukebox. What's the problem? What's the problem? What do you think the problem is?
They didn't seem to have a problem when they went to be voted as one of the top bands a couple years ago, and they went and participated in it. It wasn't a problem then, and all of a sudden the polls come out and they got you at number 8. Now you feeling some type of way. Now you can't control the narrative. Now it don't follow your own narrative. Now you ready to pull out. Yeah. Yeah, it's like when it don't go your way, you throw a fit.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, everybody else participated. Look, it's many times I looked at the ranking was like, how the hell is this band over Southern?
Yeah.
How? I still don't know how NCAT keep getting in this shit.
Oh, why are...
But we know why. We know why. John Grant was on the show.
Oh, yeah.
He told us what his alma mater was.
Yeah, that's fair.
That got to be the only reason NCAT. Because it's like, who do they see?
Who do they play? Who do they play?
Like, what's going on? Like, I get it if they got a media team that makes their shows look good. But it's like, come on, bro. You ain't got to please a crowd week in and week out like we do here in the SWAC. You ain't going somewhere and they booing you just because they don't like you.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to go to please a crowd that just simply don't like you?
Just because of who you are?
Just because of who you are, but you still got to go out there. Who is ANTC in? Hampton? North Carolina Central?
Howard, the pep band?
Come on, man. Get out of here. And A&T seem to be number one every time they do a poll for the past how many every years they doing it. And look where Jackson State at.
Now, you know me, I can't say nothing about Jackson. I don't think the Sonic Boom is all that. But at the end of the day,
it's just the drum majors. Once you get past the drum majors, it's like, oh, okay. It's literally the drum majors.
What bothers me, and I will have to be honest about this, there's not 7 bands better than Jackson State. Like, I mean, like, again, come on, bro. Like, Prairie View, the Marching Drizzle.
And as much as I don't like Jackson State, I would have to agree.
7 bands is better. Now, let me be very clear. If I was ranking this list, you already know who my number one band is. That's it's Southern.
Who?
It's Southern. It's always Southern. There's
Say
no.
that loud and proud with your
It's
chest.
Southern. It's not a question. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's Southern. It's not a question. But this is my issue.
Before we do that, can you tell me why?
I just love the musicality of it. I just love like the horns. I just love the musicality of it. Like I'm telling you, like when I heard them do they play SWV week after one of in the fifth quarter, and I said that jank sounded like it was on the radio, like it was the exact song and the way it was formed. And then again, that John Legend Tomorrow is my that is my favorite. When they go, oh man, that jank is next level.
YouTube don't do it no justice when you standing right there able to hear it in person.
No, it's not even like the horn, the musicality of it. I absolutely love it. So that's me. So they're always gonna be number one in my heart. I feel like in my heart.
They're number one in my heart.
Number one in my heart. I don't care what nobody talk about, right? But I mean, come on, man. Bethune-Cookman. Like, don't get me wrong. Bethune-Cookman be rocking. But come on, man. Like, now, listen. If there's a band that I could put over Jackson State, and it's just because I know they can play, it's Texas Southern. Texas Southern is a really good band. Like, they really do have a really good band. But I can't.
You know where they band director graduated from?
Southern.
Come on now. We putting out stuff in the world, baby.
That's the only band, honestly. Like, I've never heard Norfolk, so I can't speak for them. I know Smash is really high on them, but I had never heard them play. But FAMU is not better than Jackson. I've listened to enough FAMU stuff. They are that band off of Drumline. We're like hit them with a little Flight of the Bumblebee.
That is acquired taste. It's like you either like it or you don't.
I'm not a fan.
It's an acquired, and that's my thing about bands. Period. Now they rank this off of half times. That's it. What your halftime shows are going to be. But I tell people all the time when they have this band argument back and forth, band is really subjective. It's what you like. A lot of bands have styles that it don't like. FAMU is nothing FAMU can play or do that interests me.
Yeah.
That's just me though.
Yeah.
Somebody else can listen to FAMU and be like, bro, I absolutely love this band. I can listen to them all day. There's no clear-cut winner because it ain't like football where you can have a score. Anytime somebody is reacting to bands, they're giving their own personal score to what they're like. It's not nothing like a true honest score system to it. Yeah. So, for me, I don't watch a lot of bands at all. I mean, I look at Southern versus Jackson State because I know Jackson gonna want to bring it when it come to us, and we gonna bring it when it come to them. But the rest of the bands, it's like you just trying to be like us. That's basically what you're doing. And it seems like at this point in the world, that's what all the bands are. Everybody used to have a style to them at one point. Now it seems like everybody is, including Jackson State, has abandoned their style. Everybody want to be like Southern. That's what it seemed like. Everybody want to be like Mike. And that's what they doing now. They done got enough YouTube where they can watch the film. They can listen to Southern arrangements over and over and over and over. Now everybody want to be like Southern.
He said, everybody, I want to be like Mike. Pow.
Now that's what everybody want to do now. There used to be a time everybody wasn't cranking like they cranking now. As they say
man.
Now everybody, look, and that's the truth and the honesty to it. But it is what it is. I think Southern band, and to me, I see the other bands.
Yeah.
Can't nobody do no halftime show like Southern. The drills. Show me another band that can do the halftime score right then in the game.
That is tough. That's tough.
All Jackson State does is spell J, and there it is. JSU, the country school in Mississippi, everybody. That's it. But they got the drum majors.
What's crazy is to me, like it's like their biggest their highlight of the show when they do like the little swinging and they jump and all that. They stole
Rock the house.
They stole it from Grambling. So like I can't give you credit for that because that's not even original. Like you stole that from Grambling.
And they like it because it's crowd participation. So it gives the crowd an opportunity to interact with them. But don't nobody be watching no Jackson State field shows, man. Once the drum majors pop out and what's the J sets, That's the two things people looking at. Now, that's my personal opinion.
He said, there it is.
There it is.
Oh man, let me open these call lines up and see if Smash
There
gonna
is
call
one
it.
other participant
He told
in
me
the
he was.
conference. All participants
Now
are
let me.
muted.
If I was giving you my top 5 bands, right? Because first of all, my issue is how are they looking at all these bands? I can't. That can't make that make sense to me.
They put out a statement via HBCU game day with the people and the criteria. I think they got somebody from Ohio State, the University of Texas. They got people who are watching the field shows and they're evaluating through different categories, auxiliary, formations, drills. So they're judging, but you know, A&T if they got all these white people direct, evaluating, A&T fall right in line, don't it?
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so if I was giving you my top 5, number 1 would be Southern, number 2 would be Texas Southern, number 3 would be Jackson State. Just based off what I like, what I've seen, what I've heard, what I like. I like South Carolina State. I think they would definitely be in my top 5. And now I'm gonna be honest, I haven't heard them in quite a while, but Tennessee State, the last time I heard them Bama's be rocking. Like I really like Tennessee State.
They not even on this list, are they?
Yeah, they're number 11.
Oh, okay, I see them. Okay.
But there again, I haven't heard Norfolk, so I can't speak to that.
The fact Grambling in the top 10, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that handicap drum just ain't doing it for me. Like when you bring out a handicap drum, I'm just not doing. I'm just nah.
Poor Palm Bluff, God dog.
Again, I'm just telling you about what I've heard and what I've seen from when I because I don't really go for bands. I'm just telling you from last time I heard. But I'll tell you this though. Alabama A&M, nah, it's not. It's a no for me. It's a no for me. Yeah, Alabama State. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. When I went to the spring game and they had the freshmen and they were doing all the merging or whatever, that jank was legit. They was playing some Lauryn Hill. That jank was nasty. I couldn't even hear myself think. But yeah, my top 3 is always gonna be like Southern and Texas Southern and Jack State. They're interchangeable for me. But I'll tell you this. I think that run that Jack State had last year with the band of the year, I don't give a damn who had that trophy. Jack State was a better band. I don't care. I don't care about no. They could have did squiggly lines. They could have made a worm out there. I don't give a damn. They were playing that Usher session. They was playing them Usher bangers. Okay, so
you know what? Like they say, what are the 5 greatest bands of all time? Southern, and Southern. If they gave me a give me 5, it'd be straight Southern. It's like it is everybody else.
Dylan.
You only watching the other bands because they playing against Southern's band. That's why.
Here you go. Smash coming to you.
What's good with y'all, man?
What's up, man? Talk to us. What's your thoughts?
I understand everybody's opinions on Jackson pulling out this thing. Like, I didn't even think about what Perry just said. Like, it wasn't a problem when like y'all participated, and you know what I'm saying. So why is the problem? I never thought about that, Perry. That's a good ass point. But I do. On the other side of things, I never agree with this battle of the bands or with this ranking stuff because y'all really not at these schools every week. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even have a crew big enough to tell me who South Carolina State played last week. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to no Benedict game. You ain't even going to a Talladega game. So you tell me you go to a Talladega game, you're lying like they don't have a football team. So how you judging it? You know what I'm saying? It been a little flawed. You know what I'm saying? And I think that from Jackson's standpoint, I understand why they put him out. Like Perry, you did drive a point. That's why I see both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? Like when the problem when y'all made it, but now the problem. Another thing too, Scotty, I've been saying this battle of the bands was only a draw for the Celebration Bowl. That's all it really was. You know what I'm saying? Granted, they do pay the bands pretty hefty, but y'all just want these people to come to Celebration Bowl. Y'all, I don't think they really have like. I ain't gonna say passion for the band, but like it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Or to judge bands and put these random ass rankings out. Now, like you all agree, but they got Jackson at number 8. For real. You got 8 bands that's better than Jackson right now. So I see. You know what I'm saying? paint your own narrative. You know what I'm saying? So I feel Jackson on it. That's why I say I feel both sides. But you really need some people who do this band stuff. Me and a few other people to like, you know what I'm saying, to like really judge bands or either like tell you, not even if we don't judge, I can show you proof why I think this band is better than this. This band didn't even have this past weekend. Only bands who had games was the Miat, Central and Cat and what the people, Virginia State and Winston-Salem. Are y'all really watching Virginia State and Winston-Salem? For real?
Hey, Smash.
You can't even, huh?
You know they as much as you and I like the stands, they're judging our field shows though.
Exactly. So what if a band didn't do a field show? Like I know somebody not about to do a field show. Like I heard when South Carolina State go play NCAT for Geo, they can't even do a field show because NCAT already have like homecoming festivities and stuff planned for the field show. So you're gonna judge South Carolina State that weekend. So
can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
As much as you watch bands, do you really watch Jackson State field shows though?
No, fuck no.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why they number 8. Don't nobody watch Jackson State field shows. We watch the drum major entrance, and then they come down with the JSU, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly why they number 8. It ain't what they doing in the stands. They not watching fifth quarters and zero quarters. They're watching halftime shows.
Exactly. I'm saying I'm trying to see what they got going on in these damn stands. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's I don't really care field shows, period. It's not even just Jackson field show. Let's get that understood. So it ain't like I'm just you asked the question, Perry. I'm a 0 quarter, 5th quarter kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Field shows to me, they show off what the band can bring. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm a stand guy. They be nice. You know what I'm saying? But and that's another thing too. Y'all really like. Bands don't even be doing field shows for referee. Y'all want to judge them. So I feel like a little paint your own narrative. You know what I'm saying? And then, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think this Jackson first time asking to not be judged for this. I think they asked last year and they still put their name on it. So now technically you using Jackson name kind of like, you know what I'm saying, to hype your shit up. Because when you see Jackson, anything out of top 3, it already gonna raise the eyebrow. No offense, we just being real here. You know what I'm saying? So I see all sides of it. But and it's a bold move too. That's he dropped his nuts. I ain't gonna lie. We don't want no parts of this. So I fuck with this. Listen. I get it. Now my thing is other bands don't follow suit. You know what I'm saying? Is other bands don't follow suit. You know what I'm saying? Because Jackson's a big dog now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what happened. But one do it, and the people start to follow. You know what I'm saying? Now what happened if 2 more bands say they don't want to do it? Now you're gonna start losing your credibility. Let's say if Southern say they don't want to do it. Let's say Alabama State say they don't want to be judged now too, because technically. If Jackson don't want to get judged, and I ain't gonna say you're running out of bands to judge from, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna get real kind of skippy how you trying to. Because half these bands don't even play each other.
That's a soft move, though. I mean, regardless of the fact you being judged, whether you like it or not, somebody's judging. If you don't want to participate, just leave our name in there and get judged how. But to pull out all the way after they showed you love, you actually went and participated in this. Now all of a sudden you don't want to participate no more. Like, to me, it's just like, hey, you can be in a poll and don't have to care about the poll. Look, SWAC fans don't give a damn about the FCS poll, do they? They only give a damn about that HBCU Black College poll. That's what they care about. Yeah. They can care less about who in the FCS top 25.
Unless your team is in it, then they care. But if your team ain't in it, they don't.
All we care about is that HBCU top 5 poll that Perry and Scotty put out every week. So.
You know what I'm saying? Like I see both sides. Perry not wrong. You know what I'm saying? So like I see both sides. It's just tough, but I do think it's a bold ass move telling people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the last thing, a lot of times we often I'm gonna say the older crowd, not as young people. I always say we want to adjudicate it battle of the bands. We want something that we can get judged to find out who really is the best band. But then when we get it. If it ain't done right, don't do it at all. That's just my thing. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I like stand battles. You know what I'm saying? The 0 quarter and the 5th quarter. I'm not worrying about no 5th quarter, no halftime show. I want to see who bringing that noise. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what the culture want to see. I'm for the streets. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But it is a bold move, and I want to see who's gonna follow suit. So I ain't mad at Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Jackson, they doing what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Just my opinion.
Hey, appreciate the call, Smash. Let me say this, because a lot of you guys are getting misconstrued on how business works. Business works in a different manner. Let me blow this up, right? So shout out to Tandia. She's in marketing and management. She says, so look at it like this. It's an additional media rights deal. Once the conference signed the media rights deal with ESPN, everything that comes with the school, sports team, band, dancers, cheerleaders, all that comes with sports. It's available for ESPN to use. Band of the Year is an additional for the Celebration Bowl weekend, which gives ESPN the right to use whatever they want because of the initial deal between the conferences. So your band director can say not to include them in anything, but ESPN is going to tell them to refer to the deal conference has, aka go see Dr. Charles.
Sounds
So
like this
again,
might be a breach of contract.
It could be. If ESPN wants to push it that way, yes, it could. So again, it's a two-sided coin. What a proper thing would have been is to say, hey, listen, on the low key, you let them use your image or whatever, but if you so happen to fall in that top 3 or top 2, you just let them, hey, respectfully, we're decline.
Just say
Decline
we
to go.
busy that weekend. We got other obligations.
We just going to decline to go. But to just flat out, and again, I don't have a problem with Dr. Little saying what he said. I respect it, but at the end of the day, that's bad business. It's bad business. Like, again, I don't have to tell you that I don't like you for you to know I don't like you. Just how I move around it, we don't refer to it, we don't reference it, and we just do our own thing regardless of it, right? But again, to be like, you can't use our image and you can't use our name and you can't use our likeness is like, no, yes, I can. Like, I
So
can do it.
reading between the lines of that statement, what they say, you got the proper way, and you got our way.
Yeah.
Our way, what is he really saying? Our way.
I don't want to fuck with you. I don't like how you rolling. I'm not fucking with it.
Could you imagine if Southern would have put that statement, how much hate we would have gotten? Oh my God.
What I do respect about Jackson State fans is that they're gonna ride with their school in the right and they're gonna ride with their school in the wrong. And you're not gonna hear anybody really say Dr. Little is in the wrong. You're gonna hear people say, see, you know what? I knew it. That's right, Dr. Little. We're behind you, even though it is bad business, is how he's moving. This is what's gonna happen. Dr. Grant and ESPN are not going to push the pedal to the, because they could sue you. They have the right to do that. They could sue you. They can come after the conference. They can do a lot of shady stuff, but they're like, yo, you're a low resource institution. We already just saw your budget. We know you ain't got it like that, right? So it's
you want to go live on your own? Oh, okay.
All right.
You're going to have to start out in Section 8.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's there. I'm gonna be very clear what I'm saying. I like that he took a strong stance on that and he made it public. I like that because I'm always like, hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. But in the world of politics and business, it's a bad business move.
It's like when they say you work a job, but you may not like the job. You don't go causing chaos every day. Put your head down and just go to work and do what you got to do and go home. In this sense, you ain't got to make it loud. And if you don't want to deal with it, just go on about your business and act like it ain't even there. That's how I would have treated it. Like, regardless of whatever the ranking is. I mean, because what you're saying basically is at some point you was going to be invited to go. Right now, you at number 8. So to make it look good to the fact that you don't get invited,
I didn't even want to go to the party, even though you weren't invited. I didn't want to go anyway.
Do you kind of get that feel, that vibe?
That's a great position. Like, I ain't care about the party anyway. I wasn't gonna go.
Because if they had you 1 and 2, you would have been like, hey, where you at? Where you ranked at? But now you not the toast. You ain't the bad one in the room. Now you got a problem with everybody else in the room.
Yeah. Let me say this. Listen, I want to be very clear. I've said FESPN, but see, this is the thing with minute brains, right? Like, two things can be true. How you've been treated as a media, first of all, let's be very clear. Band and sports money is completely different. I'm gonna say that again. That's why the Celebration Bowl gets $1 million and the band gets like 80, 100. It's two different worlds it's two different pools of money, right? So you being treated like a redheaded stepchild for your football is a problem, and your commissioner should have been stood up on his own 2 feet and said FESPN and done something different. That's completely different than somebody trying to pay you money for a band because that is your culture. It's completely different. Somebody's trying to give you an extra handout for an entity that does not make a lot of money, but it's a heavy expense. But they know it's a part of your culture, so they're trying to feed you. Hey, here a couple 20, here a couple few bucks. Go get you some candy.
And I thought we supposed to be working together. When one pull out, you hurting everybody else, isn't it?
That's fair. That's fair.
I really want to see what this look like in contract terms, though. How this is worked out, what was negotiated to even start this in the first place. I really want to see the contract terms of how this is written out, and is there a breach of contract? Is there a penalty? Because most of the time you get a penalty for stuff like this. You get fined.
But like you will be fine. See, it wouldn't be by ESPN; it'd be by the conference.
That's what I'm saying, because
the conference
you
will
put the conference in jeopardy of a contract.
Yes.
With ESPN that we all agreed through athletic directors and presidents
that we were going to be a part of this. That this is something that we all wanted to participate in.
And now all of a sudden you're saying no. And what does that do then to hurt the rest of the brands of the other 11 schools in the conference now? When it comes to this.
Guys, listen, let me be very clear. ESPN can do whatever the hell they want to do because the deal is not with Jackson State. The deal is with the conference. The deal is with the conference. The deal is with the conference. So they don't have to initiate any particular deal with Jackson and say, hey, are you cool with us? They don't have to ask you that because your rights are owned by the conference. Perry, can you explain to them that the SEC does a deal on behalf of all the schools, but the schools have to come into an agreement so the conference can make the deal? I want to be very clear.
That's why Texas, when they joined the conference, they had to get rid of the Longhorn Network, which was their own entity. But you could not have your own entity when we all coming in this together, because it's supposed to benefit us all, not just one individual school.
So again, let me help you with the media business. So what happens is ESPN pitches it to the conference. The conference takes it back to the schools. The schools sit down, athletic directors, presidents, and say, okay, cool, let's make it happen. We'll do it. So then they give all the rights to Dr. Charles. Dr. Charles then takes that to ESPN and say, hey, we're in. So that's why they don't have to discuss anything with Jackson State. Because if Jackson State did not want to be a part of it, Jackson State, when they were negotiating, and say, hey, listen, we good. I'm good on that.
That's like if one of the schools right now say, our football program, we don't want to participate in the Celebration Bowl at all. We just going FCS playoffs. You can't do that. It's going to be a breach of contract for what the conference has set up with the Celebration Bowl. This is why I'm saying it feels like it's something similar to that, where Absolutely. If you just say, I don't want to participate, you can't do that.
You can't. Okay, you can, because you can decline that you want to go to the band of the year. Like, you can decline that. Like, if you make the top 2 and you say, hey, I'm good, I don't want to go, you can do that. That's
still participating.
Yeah, because you're still participating, but you're just saying, hey, I don't want to go to the event. And then they'll just substitute you with number 3 or whatever, and then go for it. But to say, stop using my name and image, you do not have the right to say that. You do not, because you don't own it, because you gave it to ESPN to use it. That's how leasing stuff works. Smash, I'm gonna come back to you, then we're gonna move on. What's up, Smash?
I got a question too. So I don't think the band signed a contract to be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm kind of sure that it didn't, because the first day it started, it was like, who's judging? So I don't think it's they're in a contract. That's why I say I don't think Jackson doing bad. The band is doing bad business because I don't think they're under a contract. You really think if they was under a contract, they'll just break it out in the open by a letter? Like
I think Smash is something similar to when we see football games being scheduled. Like when Southern played Fresno State. Fresno put in the contract with Southern that you got to bring your band. That's part of the deal. If we gonna play you, you got to bring your band. The band ain't sitting at the table saying, well, no, we don't. It's part of the deal.
And I think you got to look at it like from a business standpoint. If I'm ESPN and I'm going to add another event called Band of the Year, I would have to make sure that the biggest band is in participation for the. It doesn't even make sense for me to do the Band of the Year if I don't have the big dogs.
And you got a major sponsor.
They stay on that point, Perry. What about the smaller band, like the CIAA band? All of them are a part of this situation. So ESPN ain't gonna deal with them. That's why I think we need to find out if they sign a contract. I really don't think that. I understand what y'all saying. If it's ESPN and ESPN has the rights to the SWAC, cool, understandable. They still can use your name, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think that they're crazy to break a contract like that with a letter. That's what I'm saying when we talk about the technical aspect. Because like all these schools, all the CIAA schools, all of them can participate in this Band of the Year. I don't think it's a contract, though. I really don't. I think we need to find it out, because if so, then we'll see. But I don't know.
Well, that's why when stuff like this happens, it peels back a layer of what we be asking questions all the time in terms of how was all this stuff structured in the first place. Situations like this peel back the layers to put the spotlight to say, really, what is the structure? When we asking about contracts and how things are set up, these are the situations you find yourself in when you start to point the finger and say, well, really, what's in the fine print?
Okay, and I agree. You know what I'm saying? I think if all the bands signed a contract and say, yeah, we're gonna be a part of Band of the Year, then cool. But I think though, I don't think Jackson would do nothing. Especially Mr. Lilly, this not strong guy. I don't think they will. Because I know when they first started, people was like, how they judge these, but we still trying to figure out how they really judging them. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
I don't think that, bro. So y'all find it out. That'll be a good thing, Scott. You pull up in the other contract, put his contract on the
Well, what happens is, like, I would have to do a FOIA request to one of the schools to get the contract between ESPN. So, you know what I'm saying? But listen, you know me, I'll figure it out. I damn sure will. I'll try to figure it out.
But they say this story is ongoing.
Yeah, to be continued.
Yeah. It's a good one, though, to peel back some layers and see really what is this Band of the Year deal and how does this work? It's a good question now.
It is because the more details we understand, the more we can get into it. And again, I don't think the participation, like I got a text message, and it says participation is not mandatory, right? Again, the participation that I'm assuming that they're talking about is in the championship. Like you don't have to go to the championship, but to say that we can't use your name and likeness, I just have a hard time believing that they would do a Band of the Year competition and most of the bands.
And I'm gonna say this: maybe they just feel like we're gonna be at the Celebration Bowl anyway.
So you're gonna see us regardless.
Yeah, you're gonna see us. So why we even worried about it? We going to the Celebration Bowl anyway. So
oh, man. Hey, real quick, let's get into a little story time with Perry, our resident official. Perry, heard you got some hot news for us. Let us know.
I know everybody was talking about that Grambling State and Kentucky State game and what happened at the end. I come to find out the officials from that game have been suspended. When they say,
oh, goddamn.
Yeah, going back evaluating that, it worked out the way everybody said it should have worked. A whistle should have been blown. That play should have been stopped. And as they went back and evaluated that, they saw that crew did not do that. And when that type of situation happens to cost the team a game in that type of manner, it comes down hard. Pause on everybody. So how you like that? But yeah, that crew has been suspended, and from what I'm hearing, it ain't looking good for them. So.
Now, there's some questions in here. They said, were they SWAC officials? They were SWAC officials.
That was a crew from the SWAC.
Because it was a SWAC home game. So, yeah. So, okay. Now, Perry, another question for you. The process of that, because we don't hear a lot about disciplinary actions when it comes to SWAC referees. We kind of, we don't hear anything about, because, even in the NFL, they'll have like a after action review, like, hey, after we reviewed, we've come and said that this call should have been made, holding should have been called here, or this should have been this.
It happened with the Oklahoma Auburn game this past week.
Yeah, with the hiding of the player, that touchdown shouldn't have been. Why is nothing like that done for the SWAC, 1? And 2, who is the overseeing committee? I thought the SWAC head referee is the overseer, but there's a higher overseer than him.
Well, what happens is, on the official side, you get evaluated every game. They watch everything you do, how you manage the game, how you carry yourself. But most importantly, the main thing they watch, if you don't do anything else, they watch your mechanics. The mechanics are the main things that you have to work on as an official. Now, what comes after is your knowledge of the rules. You have to have your knowledge of the rules. This falls under knowledge of the rules of a player losing forward progression, forward progress. A knowledge of the rules says you have to stop. Now, after every game, you're going to be evaluated on what you do. And they have people that watch you, even on my level, people constantly watching. That's why when I go to meetings, we are constantly watching film on the screen. And sometimes you on the screen and they're talking about you. It happened tonight.
Yeah.
But you're watching where are you messing up at so you can learn from. They are getting evaluated, and every crew gets evaluated after a game to figure out what happened, what went wrong, and then if it was something that should have happened that was fixable in that game that was ignored. In this game in particular, this could have been fixed. This was ignored, though. Clearly, the player lost progression. In that moment, instantly blow it, but the fact that it caused a turnover to go back for a game-winning touchdown created controversy. And one thing officials and conferences do not like, a controversial ending the way that ended. So this crew got evaluated, and I'm pretty sure once they evaluated, they reprimanded and said, look, this is unacceptable. We can never have this happen, because when a game is determined because we messed up, because you want to leave the game in the player's hand.
Yeah.
Now, can you get it 100% right? No, because coaches don't get it 100% right. Players don't get it 100% right. But it's the little things. This was one of those little things that could have been avoided. And it was a trickle-down effect that caused a lot of attention, because you're going to have Kentucky State literally send it to the offices, the SWAC office, and we got robbed.
Yeah, that's fair. And they did. And they absolutely did. What's funny, Black Gokin, was he sent me a picture, but it was crooked. Perry be taking these crooked pictures, and it was hard to get it on the screen. So if he takes a referee picture, like a selfie, straight in the camera, the next one will be on.
Why you want a picture of me, man? Look, that's the whole point. I be trying to be incognito. I was going to say incognito, but I be trying that. But, bro, somebody always noticing me at a game, bro. Yeah. That's why, like, people think right now, they ask, do I cut my hair? I still have dreads, but during football season, I braid it up and I keep it back. So, that's just the manner of looking, the professional side of it, instead of having your hair down, because even on the bigger level, they don't want you with facial hair. They don't like long hair. So I try to follow the rules, especially with my hair. So I keep it pulled back. But, man, I don't be wanting people to know that's me, because then you think you cool with me. Yeah. Then when you don't get something you want, now you looking at me crazy. And it happens.
Yeah. But, Perry, man, we appreciate you. That was Story Time with Perry, our resident official. I gotta get a theme song for like a or like a whistle or something like that. But
I'm pretty good at what I do, man. I'm getting my way through the ranks. I got some good people who train me, but hey, there's always room for. And I tell everybody, you think you can handle this shit? I promise you, being an official is not easy.
It's different.
You're managing the game. You're working on mechanics and watching your zone. Because most people, when they watch football, what are you watching?
The play.
You're watching the ball. Wherever the ball goes is where your eyes go. For us, we're not watching the ball. We're watching zones. Even with receivers, depending on what receivers and how many receivers lined up on your side, I have keys of what receivers I then am responsible for where they go on the field. I can't look at all 3 receivers that's lined up on my side. If it's 3 receivers on my side, the farthest receiver is going to, if it's a 7-man crew, is going to be the deep wings key. I then have the middle receiver, and if he's covered, see, a lot of people don't know, if he's covered, then that second receiver is an ineligible receiver to go down the field. So I have to watch to make sure that he realizes he's ineligible and don't go down the field. And that's just because I'm a short wing, but I do deep wing too, back judge. I try to be all over, but it's just a lot to the game on top of me being a you're gonna say, whoa, but the head linesman, I got to deal with the chain crew and the down box.
Yeah.
Now, you know what it's like to deal with an inexperienced chain crew and a guy on the down box that don't know shit?
Stay with me. Don't move. Stay with me. Right here.
Oh, my God, do not move. Pay attention. So you it's so much on top of how thick is your skin, pause, when you got coaches.
It was holding. Why you ain't go? Yeah.
Hey, you got to have thick skin, and a lot of y'all out there getting your feelings.
Bro, let me tell you, a youth football I coached my 10U team, and this ref was cheating us, Brody. Like, I'm like, so what happened was dog, we're trying to get a stop, right? We're down, it's like 7-6. We're trying to get a stop. They're driving. So the kid gets the ball, he runs, and he gets out of bounds. The clock is still running. And I'm like, yo, stop the clock. This ain't the NFL. He went out of bounds. What are you talking about? Stop the damn clock. So now I gotta waste a timeout, and I'm furious. Like I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, coach, it's 2:30, and the clock is running. I said, we're not down by 3 touchdowns. That's when it's a running clock. We're not down by 3 touchdowns, and the kid went out of bounds. What the fuck are you talking about? Man, I'm going smooth off, right? So then after that, so I had to call my timeout. There's a false start penalty, right? Like after I call my timeout, we get back there, false start. They let the clock run again. I said, it's a dead ball play. I said, you can't run the clock. What are you talking about? Barry, I was losing my shit.
So imagine it's a playoff spot on the line. It's the last game of the regular season. All eyes are on you, and you throw that holding. You throw that pass interference. You got a whole stand. And look, me, I tune it out. One thing about me, I'm so great at tuning out. And when I first started, I'm not gonna lie, you get coaches that are just total assholes, though.
Yeah.
It's one particularly here in Baton Rouge that is a total asshole. But I don't just do Baton Rouge, they send us all over. And one of the elder officials, man, he told me, hey man, talk with your flags. The first one 15, the second one to be 30. And he got to go. I said, you know what? Why am I in my feelings? It ain't personal. And then I be telling, I don't care who win the game. I'm here to do a job. I don't have
no skin in the game.
You think I got a choice on who I want to win, or I want this team to win over this team? I don't have no problem. I call it how I see it. It ain't always the way people want. Like a couple weeks ago, I had a whole team silent. Even the people who didn't have shit to do with the game was cussing me out. Player was wide open down the sideline, catches the ball. He tries to sidestep, boom, boom. As the defender was coming, his left foot just barely grazed the white line out of bounds. I blew it dead. They wanted a touchdown. They yelling and cussing at me. He ain't go out of bounds. He didn't do this. But look, don't nobody talk to me but the coach. And one thing about it, I set my boundaries early with teams, players, because I'm a whole different person when I get out there. I'm not an asshole, but I'm very serious. Don't talk, because what happened is coaches can smell when you don't know what you're doing,
and they'll put that pressure on you.
They'll put that pressure on you. Now they challenge you on every call. They trying to see, do you know the rules? Do you know what happens here? So then you just got to let them know early on who you are, where you stand, and what you do. Because then by the time I get out there, all I'm getting is the question, man, how long you been doing this? Because I have an authority, and I let you know I am the authority figure in this game. I'm not here to play, who got the biggest, I'm just here to do my job. Anybody else like that game, I had a guy just kept badgering on the sideline. My white hat came and said, hey, man, if he not with the team, he got to go in the stands. You got to control the game. But a lot of people think they can with that pressure. I had a game this past week. It came down to 4th down on the 1-yard line. 36-34 was the final score. And the team got the first down. That pressure, a lot of people think they can deal with it, bro, but until you got to deal with it, and you managing the game, and you watching what's
and the
happening,
emotions and everything,
it's a lot going on. A lot of people think they can handle it. And the first time somebody talk crazy to you, you're going to get in your feelings. You're going to want to talk crazy. It's going to throw you off. Now you can't even focus on what you need to do.
Supposed to do.
I tell people all the time, it's not as easy as you think it is to go out there and manage these games in this situation, on top of having to be quick thinking. Is it offsetting penalties? What's the live ball, dead ball? Where did this happen? Is it at the spot of? It's so much you got to process. A lot of people think they can handle it. I tell them show up, come to the meetings, and become one. Be a referee with me.
And see how it go for you.
Hey, when you get that first game and you feel that pressure, you like, hey, I don't know if this for me.
I love it. All right, you already know what it is. Next up.
What happened to that boy? Yeah. What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
He was talking. They put a clap into that boy. Again,
I tried to tell them about fucking with them Eagles.
What happened to that boy? Yeah. What happened to that boy?
They was talking. They put a clap into that boy.
Now, did they not see what had happened to me? My neck just now getting back straight.
You said you just
I can finally turn around. And, yeah. My
man. But before we get there, you know me, I just like to I like to make sure that I put something on it.
We got it in dramatic fashion.
Dramatic is right. Listen, I would say this. On September 15th at 9:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this will be your last one of the season.
Let me tell you this. We're getting 2 or 3 of our quarterbacks back. So in a couple weeks, we're gonna stop nothing. Our horses
ain't gonna stop nothing. Y'all still
watch and see.
Y'all still
watch
ass. Y'all still ass.
Okay, well, we'll see.
No, I'm telling you,
you're gonna eat these words. You're gonna eat these words, homeboy.
Okay, we'll see.
Hey, A&T Roy, hold on before you go. Do you got any message? Do you got a message out there for the NCCU Eagles this week?
No, because he know he gonna get his ass whooped. He ain't got that energy. He ain't got that energy.
Hey, yeah, I do. I got it. Hey, listen, don't bring that bull crap, bull junk, whatever, in our house. This is a rivalry game and all that stuff that happened last year. It's a whole new day, baby. You gonna see.
It is a whole new day. It's a whole new ass whooping. Let's get into it. Oh, and look who called in. Hello there, sir.
Herc and Jerk, what's happening?
Oh, what's good, 62? Aren't you? Did you just turn 62? You said you just had a birthday last week. You said you turned 62.
Hey, listen, before we get there, this is A&T Roy of the Head Blacks in Charge, North Carolina A&T State University Aggie. Hey, man, listen.
I'm listening.
Hey, I ain't got much to say. So here's what I'm gonna say.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
This is what I'm gonna say. They still have not beaten us as many times we beat them, and we beat them worse than they've ever beaten us. Twice. Bye.
Oh,
got
man.
it. His energy is always elite when they lose, but I mean, he got the most trash to talk. But last week when they won the game and I was trying to get that same energy, what was it?
It wasn't to be found. It was nowhere to be found.
I never seen somebody get so hype after a loss. Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness. Perry, hit us with the stats.
Oh my God. 62-20 was the final score.
Oh, my bad. I gave him 4. My bad. I gave him.
You tried, but that was just, you good heart. You got a good heart.
I appreciate it, man. They think I'm a dick, but I'm really nice.
They say what?
They say they think I'm a dick, but I'm really nice. I'm really nice.
Pause.
Yeah.
62-20 was the final score in this one. What they call it, the Aggie Eagle Classic. The Aggie might as well take it out of it. It's just the Eagle Classic. 62-20 North Carolina Central all over North Carolina A&T. All right, let's look at this game. You want to hear some stats?
Yeah, hit me with it.
Record breaking for North Carolina Central in this one. 767 total yards of offense, ladies and gentlemen. 399 yards in the air for North Carolina Central and 368 yards on the ground for North Carolina Central. They put on an offensive clinic against North Carolina A&T. They got it done going 7 of 11 on third down, and they also had 1 turnover in this ball game by way of fumble. On the other side for A&T, they were 3 of 11 on third downs, only 13 first downs to North Carolina Central's 32 first downs. In this one, North Carolina A&T, 306 total yards of offense, 252 in the air, only 54 yards on the ground, Scotty. Can you believe that? Shout out to North Carolina Central's defense. How about Walker Harris in this one? 22 of 29 for 380 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Chris Mosley, 11 carries for 168 yards and 3 touchdowns in this one, man. It was all North Carolina Central. What else can you say? The Eagles continue their winning streak over the Aggies.
Can we just put this in context? Somebody said 767 is almost a mile. Oh, that's a Boeing, man.
They had more passing yards than A&T had total yards.
That's crazy. I just want to put this in context, right? I really need y'all to understand this. This wasn't against an NAIA opponent. This wasn't against a D3. This was against another D1 supposed program. And I want to be very clear. The guy who got 62 put on is making more money than the guy who put 60 on him. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. The Bama who put 62 on the Dogs is making less than the bald-headed man at NCAT.
At one point, it was 52-14 in the third quarter.
Again, you're overpaying for a mediocre product. And if listen, you can say whatever you want. NCAT can say whatever they want. They can talk about them old Celebration Bowls. The fact that you're getting whooped by your rival by 60 back-to-back years is unheard of. I mean, that is just outrageous. Like, back-to-back. You fired a coach last year because he got 66 put on him. Then this year, your new head coach gets 62 put on him. Okay. That's different. That's different. I ain't got nothing. I can't.
What was all that energy he was talking to Hampton? I'll whoop your ass and I'll beat your ass
again. I'll beat your ass. I told you, P. I told you, P. He is a front runner. He is the ultimate front runner. When he winning, he gonna let you hear about it. When he losing, he gonna come in like a dog with his tail. Oh, we just didn't play very well. We just
the everything was stacked up against us.
Missed tackles and missed opportunities, and
all of a sudden, you remember we lost our quarterback. Remember, we don't have any quarterbacks.
We're looking for a trainer, and we just got new cleats in this week, so it just wasn't working.
Band was playing too loud. We couldn't get the calls in the band.
Yeah, I mean, we were just so amazed by our field show. We just didn't come back after halftime and give it our best, our best going forward. Miss me with all that. Miss me with all of it. But he came in here talking big shit, talking about some, oh, yeah, we did this. And shut up your ass. You suck. Your team sucks, and you're not going to see another victory all year. See if you keep that same energy with Maine.
You ever been to a Aggie Eagle Classic?
Nah. Ain't no need to go.
Is it like a bougie bowl? Like, what is it?
Nah, they say it's not like that. They say it's lit. They say it's lit, but I gotta go when they get good though. I gotta go when the Aggie is really an Aggie Eagle and not just Eagle Classic.
I remember when it was like that. I think North Carolina Central had a quarterback, Malcolm Bale, I want to say was his name. That was the year they went to the Celebration Bowl, and they beat A&T, I want to say, with Tyreek Cohen, if I'm not mistaken. And A&T ended up going to the FCS playoffs. I believe they had to play Richmond, and North Carolina Central went to the Celebration Bowl, and they lost off a celebration.
But the 15-yard penalty, that 15-yard penalty for the field goal. But I saw
those times, that A&T North Carolina Central game was something, man. Malcolm Bell was the quarterback, I want to say, for North Carolina Central. That was when what was my guy's name? Jerry Mack was the head coach.
He never lost it. He said he never lost it. I think he lost his last year at NCCU, but he beat NCAT.
They had some battles, man. They came down to that, at the end of the year, those two teams playing each other.
I did want to go to this game a few years ago, but I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna wait till it's like 40-24, maybe like 35-15, 35, something around those lines where it's actually a competitive football game, because 62-20 is not competitive by any stretch of them. And you're paying this Bama $370. Jesus.
In his defense, it's year one.
Okay.
He building something in his defense. It ain't like the last coach left him much of nothing.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We'll see what year 2 look like.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, I swear I was praying on Prairie View and Grambling downfall.
I was praying on Grambling's downfall because I would have went undefeated. I would have went undefeated.
It was like, man, they tried everything they could to lose them 2 games.
Boy. But again. Victory is mine. Come on, man. I do this.
Yeah, you all right. I mean, you act like you pulled it. You all right. You all right.
Listen, shout out to Cartwright, man. He picked the Grambling game to the score. I think it was like
Wayne?
Yeah, Wayne. Wayne did 31-28 with the Grambling and Texas A&M Commerce. Shout out to him, man. That was dope. That's dope. I've done it so much, I don't really pat myself on the back like I used to, but gotta give kudos. He said it's a long season. I gotta take my dubs when I get them.
Yeah, man. Come on.
I forgot.
Now, remember when I was up, he wouldn't even give me a ribbon, y'all. he wouldn't even give me a ribbon. Then go say, I don't do ribbons every week, and went back and had a ribbon next to his name every single damn time. I couldn't even get a ribbon. Now look at him. He Dame dashed me. Now he his own boss.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well,
But it's still not bad. I mean, go back and look at that, though. I mean,
that's not bad. No, for 4 weeks, 4 weeks in.
Yeah.
I've missed 8. You've missed 9. That's not bad.
Hey, but like you told me today,
early, and I gave you that. I gave you week 2. Week 2, I was just taking stuff off the limb.
You was trying.
I gave you week 2. I gave you like 3.
I went like 17-1 or something crazy.
Yeah, I gave you like 3 on that day. I was like, oh man, I shouldn't have.
And I messed myself up really when at the last second I went Northwestern State. Remember last week, Northwestern State over Prairie View?
Did you?
Initially, I had Prairie View when I sent it to you to win. But then in the middle of the show, I changed my mind and I ended up going Northwestern State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's really why I messed myself up.
Let me look back at it. I do appreciate that you
I'm very I mean, I did in the front of
you did. Yeah, you did. You're right. Yeah, you did pick Prairie View over Northwestern State.
I felt like that was gonna be my one to separate because we were kind of on par with every game. I was like, you know what? But listen, we'll get to that game.
Yeah, but hey man, we'll run through these quickly. Grambling 31-28. Listen, I was Texas A&M Commerce, boy. I was rooting for y'all. I was trying to go undefeated.
Boy, that coach was hurt at the end of that game.
Oh,
he was hurt. He felt like they had just, they stole one from us.
Grambling's been, they like the cardiac kids, man. They've been the cardiac cats. They've been living and dying off them last plays.
Well, I talked about Grambling before we got the season started because I said, remember last year how many games they lost by close numbers? And I said, can this be the year they get on the other side of that? Can they do what Southern did last year and be on the other side of those close games? And that seems to be what's happening right now. They're getting on the other side of things. 31-28 was the final score against East Texas A&M as Grambling got a victory at home. And this one, Grambling, guess what, Scotty? They were 2 of 11 on third downs, but they had to put up 321 total yards of offense, 179 in the air, 142 on the ground. On the other side for East Texas, they had 352 total yards of offense, 229 in the air, 123 on the ground for East Texas A&M. Xavier T-Set 14-26 for 179 yards and a touchdown in this ball game for Grambling.
T-Set been pulling it out. He I'll tell you this, he's been looking a little shaky, but he's a gamer when they need him to step up, though. I gotta give him that. He's definitely a gamer when they need him to step up. All right, Howard finally gets over the hump against probably one of the worst Hampton teams they didn't play in the last 8 years. Congratulations, you're still not a good team, but whatever. I mean, Howard 34, Hampton 7. What you got, P?
34-7. The Bison in this one, 457 total yards of offense, 182 in the air, 275 on the ground. On the other side for the Pirates, 217 total yards of offense. Scotty, they could not throw the ball. Only 71 yards passing, 146 on the ground rushing. Hampton was 4 of 12 on third downs. Howard was 4 of 10. Howard was able to get it done. I'm glad we went Howard last week. It just felt like now was the time for the Bison. And hey, I ain't gonna lie. I know Howard fans out there, but they're low-key knocking at the door on my top 5. So I just want people to know they're not quite there yet, but they're knocking at the door. But Hampton lost to A&T, so it ain't much I can put on that.
Yeah, I feel you on that. And make sure you guys are voting in the poll. When we get to the jump-off list, we'll definitely go ahead and make that adjustment accordingly, all right? Last but not least, Bethune-Cookman pulls out. Lil Bill pulls it out. 35, Edward Waters 9. What you got, P?
Brian Jenkins, who used to coach at Bethune-Cookman, now get the interim tag taken off his name over at Edward Waters. Hey, Eric Dooley is his offensive coordinator, so you look at the experience that they have, but look, it's a clear difference playing against the D1 FCS. Well, in Bethune's case, it don't matter half the time. So they got lucky in this one. 35-9 was the final score. Bethune, 437 yards of offense, 209 in the air, 228 on the ground. On the other side for Edward Waters, 255 yards of total offense, 173 in the air, only 82 yards on the ground. But I will say this with Bethune, regardless of who they've been playing, if it was Edward Waters or South Carolina State last week, Bethune seems to have some offense.
No, they do. Cam Ransom and the offensive coordinator has really done a really amazing job of getting the ball out and being creative in how they're doing what they're doing. So we'll see what it looks like when they go against a regular D1 opponent. Because they went FBS for the first couple games, and then they went here with the D2. You know what I'm saying? And then they had South Carolina State, and you saw what happened with them. So we'll see what it looks like this week.
Look like there's gonna be shootouts. You're gonna have to have a shootout with Bethune at this point.
Hold on. What you said? You said, I'm feeling.
I put something on your spirit, right?
Yeah. I haven't heard this song in a minute.
This is a public service announcement.
Let me get a shoot. Let me get a shootout.
Soldier Boy.
Let's shoot out. Let's shoot out. Let's shoot. Let me get a shoot. Let me get a shoot.
That's Bethune-Cookman's theme music this year.
Shoot out. Let me get him shoot. Let me get him shoot. Hey, that just used to go, boy. Come on, man. I always got something in my spirit.
Tall T.
Yeah, I love it. All right, let's get into these major matchups. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we already been there.
Oh, I messed that all up. So don't even look at that. I just put the score. They didn't matter. Don't even look at the names. It's the score, just whatever. It's bad. I still got the score wrong. Prairie View, Northwestern State.
Yeah, just get this all the way off the screen.
Oh, I got that wrong too. Oh my Jesus. Yeah. I didn't change the names. My bad. But go ahead, Pete. Prairie View and Northwestern State.
Yeah, just take this off the screen because I don't want them to get it. Yeah, there we go. You got Jacoby and Morgan on there, Ahmad Miller.
Yeah, because I'll be switching out names, but I'll be rushing. So
yeah. I'd rather we just save face and I could just do it like this. 27-24 was the final score. Prairie View over Northwestern State. Listen, Northwestern State fought hard in this one. At times, Prairie View looked iffy, but they found a way to get it done. Prairie View in this one, 3 of 12 on third down conversions, 500 total yards of offense, 148 in the air, 352 yards on the ground in this one. On the other side for Northwestern State, 320 yards of offense, 156 in the air, 164 on the ground. 2 turnovers by both teams, but 1 interception, 1 fumble, both teams. And that 1 interception, we talked about it. Quarterback in the red zone, wide open, had all day to throw the ball. And who does he throw it to? Throws it right to Northwestern State. If it was anything else in that possession, Prairie View could have kicked a field goal to extend the lead. And hell, he had all day to run it. He could have went into the end zone. But in this one, Tevin Carter, the quarterback, 15 of 22 for 148 yards and an interception in this one. So Prairie View held on. They're now 2-0 in the SWAC West. They beat Northwestern State, who came into this game 1-0 in the SWAC West. So Congratulations to Prairie View.
All right. Now, you know I had to get Delaware State right. You know I had to get my boy Dale State. Can you talk about it, Pete? Go ahead. Hold on. Before you do, Pete. Before you do, hold on. Let me remind you.
I got it.
Sometimes you forget. All right, so I'm just counting losses.
Sometimes you forget. I do this.
Delaware's a loss. Albany.
I'm putting the L there. Deshaun's still learning how to coach too.
It's at Dover. I'm gonna give him a dub.
Jesus.
I'm gonna give him a dub. Bowie State. I'm gonna give him a dub. Right, St. Francis. I'm gonna give him a dub.
They lost to St. Francis last year, 17-28. I know it's a new year, but just this is a matchup from last year where they had St. Francis at home. So I'll give them a dub there. St. Francis isn't a great team. You know what? Yeah, that might be one of the few dubs I give them. That's one of the few. I'll give them that. And I'm going out on the limb right there. That may come back.
On a limb? On a limb, Perry? I'm 3-0.
At the time, what did I have to work with?
That's not, I was trying to put you on game, but you was too stubborn.
Listen. Didn't I follow suit last week? Didn't I pick them to beat Sacred Heart?
They didn't play Sacred Heart last week.
Who they just beat?
St. Francis.
Didn't they beat St. Francis? Didn't I jump on board with it?
But you weren't on board then. Now you're trying to get on board now.
I mean, I didn't have shit to build off of it. I didn't have a sample size. We was going off an illusion. You threw some shit on the wall and hope it stick. And luckily for you,
it's sticking.
Hey, it's there. All right, it's like these patches on my wall right here. Luckily for you, because hey, one could say the same if it would have worked for Vic, but it ain't working for Vic.
It ain't working for Vic. It ain't working for Vic. It ain't working. But let's get to the game that I called that was right. Go ahead.
But bro, I gave him a dub last week too. Did I not?
Continue.
Okay. 39-10 was the final score. Delaware State doing something we haven't seen them do in a long time. That means winning, and they're winning some games. 3-1 right now overall. 39-10 over St. Francis in this one. Delaware State, 22 first downs, 8 of 15 on third downs, 384 total yards of offense. Scotty, guess what? They didn't even get it done in the air. Only 85 yards passing. 299 yards rushing on the ground on the other side for St. Francis. They couldn't even convert a third down in this one. 0 of 8 on third downs. They were 3 of 5 on fourth downs, 324 total yards of offense, 265 in the air, 59 yards on the ground, 3 turnovers in this ball game for St. Francis, 2 by interception and 1 fumble. And do you like Delaware State's quarterback, Caden Bennett? He was 18 for 85 yards. But James Jones, 7 carries for 111 yards rushing and a touchdown. And then Marquise Gillis, 15 carries and 70 yards.
I think Caden Bennett is a good stabilizer in force. I don't think he's a superstar by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think he's a good stabilizing force for that team. And sometimes you just need a stable guy, somebody that's just not going to lose you the game.
He also had 13 carries for 47 yards and a touchdown as well.
Again, that's what I'm saying. He's a good dual threat guy, stabilizing force. He's been around the game a long time. I think he's like a grad transfer or something like that. So, again, you just need the senior. As we go ahead and mosey along to the. It's not looking too good. Behold, it's not looking too good.
I was rocking with it when it was Odoms, and look, Michael Vick, you my favorite player of all time in football, but Jesus, it's year 1. That's all I'm gonna say. Michael Vick is year 1 for you, man. You got a lot you got to deal with over there. Norfolk State taking on Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart gets the victory, 31-28. Then this was Sacred Heart, 6 of 15 on third downs, 390 yards of offense, only 95 yards passing, not 295 yards on the ground on the other side for the Spartans. 3 of 10 on third down. They were 3 of 4 on fourth down. 550 yards of offense, though, Scotty.
Yeah, you're not supposed to lose that game. You're not supposed to lose that
340
game.
yards, and he had 210 yards on the ground. But you know what gets you to lose this game?
Turnovers.
When the other team has 0 turnovers and you have 3, 2 by way of fumble and an interception, that'll hurt you every time, especially in a game close like this. Otto Coons, 27 of 41 for 340 yards, passing for a touchdown and an interception. Kayvon King, 11 carries for 72 yards and a touchdown. On the other side for Jack Snyder, 8 of 13 for only 92 yards. But Mitchell Summers, 26 carries for 119 yards and a touchdown. What can you do? This was another week of heartbreaks for Norfolk State. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't the field goal kicker miss 2 field goals in this ball game?
They did, and
he missed one before halftime,
and then he missed one for the game winner. I'm gonna say this, but I'm not saying it in a mean fashion. I'm just saying what people.
Saying it in the
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm
Mhm.
saying it how the people at Norfolk have been giving it to me. Cause the dude, they're like, how do you? The kicker has a problem with his eyes.
What you mean?
He has the Music Soul Child eyes.
They recruited him.
So what I've been hearing, like people have been sending me like Instagram, they be like, see, that's why he missing field goals because he don't know which one. I'd be like, yo, y'all are.
Hey, did you watch Postgame listen to Michael Vick?
About how they don't watch film?
About him talking about the kicker. He was like, basically, you got one job. Like, hey, shit. You're supposed to make kicks. You ain't got nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, shit, that's what we brought you here to do, make kicks. Like, hey, you had one job and you didn't do it. Vic sounded very irritated. But I think he kept having to bring himself back. He realized where he could have went with it.
Yeah.
But he kept having to realize, okay, I'm in this space, so let me bring myself back.
If I'm being honest, it's really on you could blame the kicker for missing the kick, but if you watch the game, it was bad clock management down the stretch of the last minute of the game was bad clock management by Michael Vick and his offensive staff, and you have to take the blame for that. It's no other. Otto played a hell of a game in that last 2 minutes. If you would have just kept the ball in Otto's hands, you would have probably won the game. Realistically, he would have probably brought you down to score, but it's one of those situations where, again, like you said, a first-year head coach, bad clock management, which he's had on numerous occasions, and they lose the game because of it.
Would you say Otto is emerging as one of the best quarterbacks in Black college football?
I think he's on that path. I think he's trending upwards. If I'm being honest, I think if you put Otto on NCCU, they're a way better team. I think they're a way better team. I think you add Otto to NCCU, I think they're I don't want to say way better. That's extreme. I'm sorry. If Walker Harris is like a B-, I think Otto Coons take you to a low A. Like a 91, right? So if it's 83 or 84, I think Otto takes you up to a 90, 91. I think he has that ability. He has a poise that I really, really like. He is better than Walker Harris. No. He's better than Walker Harris. He has a poise that I've always liked about Otto. I just think that I don't think that the last Odom staff, I didn't think did him right because he's a run first guy. And I think that Vic wanted to not do him right, but he couldn't help it because Otto played himself into the role. He played himself into the role because he's just that good. The team is better with him at quarterback, and there's no denying that. But he's just a smooth assassin, man. Like I like the way he plays the game. I really do. So it is what it is. But I think they got to figure it out. I will say this though. Norfolk is trending in the right direction, just with the offensive scoring and running. Like you're starting to see it come together. We'll just see if it's consistent or was Sacred Heart just a bad team, because I think Delaware State is going to be Sacred Heart next week. So now it's like, okay, there's a common opponent. One team dominates, you get beat by them. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how that goes going on.
This seems to be Norfolk's story though over the years. not being able to close out games.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to listen. It's the same to me. It's the same problem that Delaware State was going to have without Deshaun Jackson. Is you have the talent, but can you teach people how to win? You gotta know how to win. You gotta know how to close out games. You gotta know you gotta be disciplined. You have to be focused. It doesn't, especially when you've had a losing culture for so long. Teaching people how to win is not easy. And I think Deshaun has done a really good job. And what I've said to Zoe, and I'm gonna say here too as well, is what you're going to see is a better Delaware State might not get more talented through the season, but they're going to get more belief in the season because of them stacking the wins that they won. Do you not understand? They haven't won 3 games in a row since 2012.
Yeah, that's a long time.
So again, he's putting belief in these guys that say, "Hey, we're good enough to go out and win the whole damn thing, or at least compete to be in the top situation." And I'm gonna say it here, and I'm just like I said it in the beginning when we did the schedule. I said he was going to win 7 to 8 games. He's going to beat Howard. He's going to beat Morgan. That's a guarantee. He's going to beat Norfolk. I think it's going to be a shootout, but I think he's going to beat them as well. The problem is going to run into this. Who do you clip? Do you clip South Carolina State that you have at Dover, or do you clip NCCU at NCCU? And those are the 2 games that I'm like, I don't know.
Let me ask you this. You called a game this week.
Yes, I did.
You called the Morgan State and Central State game.
Yes, I did.
Talk to us about it, Scott.
I had a really good time. Morgan is a hidden gem. It really is. It's a really nice campus. I was going to do a show about this tomorrow, but it's a really beautiful campus. The cobblestone, everything it's beautiful. It's literally beautiful. It's way better than Howard. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. If I was a Howard grad, you're not going for the stadium. You're not going for the sports. Okay, you're going for the networking, because for you to be paying $40,000 to $50,000 a year a semester, and you got Spirit seats as a stadium, that's a problem. You're not going to get me to grant you that. So I don't like that. I hate it. I think Morgan State could really be a problem if they start winning. That's the scary thing. They have all the resources, they have all the things available to them, but they got to care about winning. And I'm not saying I don't think there's enough belief in the Morgan State athletic office that believes in winning, because you cannot, again, you got to blame Damon. You do, because for the last 3 years, quarterback has been an issue. But it's hard for me that you go from Bowie State and you make that into a D2 powerhouse till you come to a 5-team conference and you can't beat nobody. Like, you can't beat none of the big dogs in a 5-team conference. Something about this just isn't making sense to me. But overall, man, Morgan State Morgan State is beautiful. I've been in Maryland my half my life, and I would have never guessed in a million years that Morgan State had a campus that nice.
And what about your experience calling the game? What was that like?
It was great, man. Shout out to my man Phil. He made it real comfortable. Man, people was blowing my phone up because he kept saying CIAC. I said, damn, man, you about to get me jumped, bro. Like, I'm not be able to go back to my show. He made it really comfortable. And I told Zoe the same thing. I said, what's sad to me is I couldn't really promote it. And me and you talked about it, but I couldn't really promote it because I didn't want nobody to stop my opportunity. Right. So I found out that I was going to do it on Monday of the show. We talked about it before I went live. And I told you my concerns, and you was like, hey, man, don't announce nothing.
Hold it close to the vest.
Hold it close to the vest, because I didn't want somebody to take away this opportunity. If I told you guys on Monday or Wednesday or whenever I came on the show, say, hey, make sure you guys tune in, I'm calling the game. And then by Thursday, I get a call saying, hey, the school and the conference really don't want you calling the game and all that type of stuff, man. So that's the sad part about it. But I really enjoyed it, man. I had fun. They made it. They do a really good job with production. That the production company, I think it's called Sports Fever. They do a really, really good job. Big old telemonitors and
how much homework you had to do?
Not much. I knew enough about Morgan. Central State is where I really had to do most of my homework. And what I like to do is I like to go watch games. Like I don't just do the stat stuff. I like to watch it to see like what do they like to do? What do they want to do it at? No Diddy. What do they like to run? How do they like to run it? And just some of the tendencies that they do so I can pick up on it, so I can speak on it going into the game. So that's just what I like to do. Me personally, I turn the sound off. I don't want to hear no commentators. I just want to watch the football. And I took notes and just saying, okay, watch out for this player, this player, this player. And the hardest thing,
tendencies and all type of stuff.
Huh?
So you're looking for tendencies and everything. You know, what do they like to do on third down? They like to bring pressure here on third down.
Yep.
Stuff. Yeah.
I knew enough about Morgan that I watched enough Morgan football to kind of know what they were. But
special teams, is that still what they do?
Dog. Jesus Christ. Listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Damon Wilson got to fire that offensive coordinator. He is not good at all. Like I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It just don't make sense to me what they do and how they do it. Defensively, they're stout, man. They're tough. They're just a tough defensive team. Central State need to fire their offensive coordinator too, because he's not good either. But man, I really had a good time. I really did. I really enjoyed myself. Probably the smoothest credential process I've ever been in my life. Like that was so. I mean, not your Prairie View situation.
And Valley.
Oh, this is one. I got one issue. I had one problem. Morgan, the national treasure. I enjoyed you, but why am I printing out a parking pass in 2025? I'm gonna say that again. Why am I printing out a parking pass in 2025? Can you get something that is digital so I can have it on my phone so you can scan it and I can be on my merry way? I had to go to Staples. I had to print out a parking pass because if I didn't have the parking pass and they couldn't see it, they couldn't verify it, I couldn't park in the parking garage. Outside of that, man, I enjoyed myself. I really did. I really, really did. I really enjoyed myself. Now I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna move on. I do think that Morgan State is a hidden gem. My issue though is I don't know how they can be. If they end up being great, I don't know if they have the structure, the facility, and the structure to make it work because it's so tight. Like everything is so congested. Like it's like where you gonna park? Like if you literally, I think they hold like 10,000 or 12,000 people. I don't know where you get 12,000 people at. Like I don't know how many cars. I ain't seen no tailgating. I ain't seen none of it. So to me, it's like,
what were the fans like?
Chill, like HBCU fans.
Were they there?
Down. Yeah, they were there.
They had a decent band.
I wouldn't say decent.
They got to work on just atmosphere, you know.
Yeah. But I will say this though: when they play Towson, they're like the battle of the Greater Baltimore, the Greater Baltimore area, whatever they call it. They said it was standing room only. Like they said it was packed out.
Is Morgan in the hood?
Somewhat, yeah, somewhat. It's like it's a nice drive up, but like Morgan's campus is on this side, and if you cross the street, it's like some projects on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, yep.
Yeah, but it's still nice though. It's real nice.
Good.
Yeah. So that's it.
Even with the projects, cars don't get broken into and nothing. Huh? You was straight.
I don't know. I parked in the parking garage.
Okay. Oh yeah, smart man. That's why you had to go to Staples and print that thing out. Yeah.
You weren't about to get me walking, no sir.
Yeah.
No sir, Bob. No sir,
congratulations, man. I'm proud of you, dog. For real, man. That's what it's all about, man. Moving up and getting your opportunity, as you said, man. Sometimes them haters will block your blessing, and it be your own people.
It be your own people.
Because I don't like Scotty. What they got to do with Scotty doing his job, though, doing the work. So, man, I hope you get plenty more opportunities, man, with what you're doing, man. For real.
So it's not in the hood. So it looked like. Listen, I just drove. I'm a middle class kid. So if it looks a little rough,
it looked a little rough over there.
It's the hood for me. If lawns are not manicured, okay. If trash cans are left all willy nilly. Looks a little hood to me. That's my standard.
Just a couple of pieces of trash on the ground is all you need, ain't it?
I'm clutching my pearls, and I'm walking, I'm walking the other way.
You like the Moors when they stepped foot in Europe and was like, oh, y'all filthy over here. You got the animals running everywhere. They're not corralled. You don't bathe yourself. It stinks. Yeah. You walked in, you the Moors.
See? They row houses. Again, in Maryland, that's the hood. You can't tell me no different. I listen, I grew up in Maryland. If it's a row house, see, it's a difference between row houses and townhouses. It's a difference, a big difference. All right. But row houses, see, exactly. Scotty is used to Moco hood. That hood is different. A Moco hood is like a townhouse, but it's just a little rough. Like it's like the area is rough. You still got townhomes, still pretty decent, but it's like we don't do row houses in Moco. Moco, you ain't gonna see no row houses. That ain't our thing, right? Now, when you go out to Baltimore, you go to DC, you see them row houses. That's the hood. That's just my standard of the hood. You ain't gonna change it. You ain't gonna get me to change it. It's just
I saw it on The Wire. They was hiding. Chris Paulo was hiding the bodies in the row house. They called him Zombie Man. Yeah. So
I'm just keep it. That's just me. Okay. Y'all can call whatever you want. That's just me. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm a middle class kid.
Ain't nothing wrong with that either.
I have a middle class viewpoint. Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't know why all black got to be associated to hood. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Scotty.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, he's correct. Baltimore County is different than Baltimore City. If you don't know that, then they are completely two different things. Again, as a middle class man, as a middle class kid, okay. Once that lawn starts looking a certain way and them houses start getting very redundant with bricks, like it's just like brick, like no any different aesthetics. Because you know, like if you look at that townhomes, it's like this looks a certain way, then the next one looks a certain way.
Everybody unique in their own way. You can tell somebody
it repeats. Yeah, it repeats, but it's like a unique repeating. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you start getting to them row houses, like brick,
they don't own it. They just live it.
Okay. There you go. I just want to clear that up. Shotgun. Okay. So row houses, we're going to move on because I don't want to, but row houses in Maryland are not shotgun houses. Shotgun houses are individual buildings. And to me, I see this more in New Orleans. Like I
grew up in the shotgun house when I was first born. Like,
there you go. Go ahead. Break it down.
Well, the shotgun house, you walk in the front and you out the back. That's what it is. We call it the dog house, is what it is. Hey, the first crib, when my mom had me, she was in college. We lived in a shotgun house. It caught on fire, actually, though. We lost it. I was a little bitty baby, though. But yeah, it was a little living room. Next to the living room was a little kitchen. Then it was a bathroom with I think a stand-up shower. And I can remember this stuff. And then it was a bedroom in the back. And boom, that was it. You walk in the front, you out the back. That's the shotgun house.
Thank you. Okay, so that's the explanation for the shotgun house. A row house is usually a multi. They're put together. They're side by side, and they all literally look the same. It's just copy and paste, legitimately copy and paste, and it's just like boom, boom, boom. And it might be 6, it might be 5, it might be 8, it could be 10, but they all connected, and they just go down the block. All right, so that's what it is. But shotgun houses are not usually attached to anything. They're usually a small individual. Might have a small yard or whatever, but a fence. But they're usually isolated. And then boom, boom, boom. They isolate like that. So there you go. That's some history.
Shotgun house. I can tell you for sure. Hey, little bitty thing, little house. Yeah.
All right, let's get to this week 5 preview. We're going to run through these. Some of these are easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right. Morgan State, Miles. I'm going Morgan State. What you got, P?
I'm going Morgan State. Interesting matchup, though, with them and Miles. If this was Sam Shade's Miles.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good game.
Yeah. But I'm going to go Morgan State in this one. Hopefully, they can get it done.
Yeah. Howard versus Richmond. Howard's not that good. I'm going to Richmond all day, every day.
I was on the fence with this one, but as I said,
go ahead, take Howard.
Well, because when you look at the record, it's like, hey, how can you look denied? But then you look at the opponent. You beat Morehouse, you beat A&T. It's like, So I'm gonna go Richmond. I'm going Spiders in that one.
You should go Howard. That might be the one. Like
I did my one Howard last week. And that was that was going out on the limb because they had not beaten that team in how many years?
8.
Hey, I went out on the limb last week. I won't do it again this week. I'm going Richmond.
All right. Charleston versus South Carolina State. I'm going South Carolina State. I got to roll. Listen, Chen has been whooping up on these white men. All right. So I gotta go with South Carolina State on that one.
I can remember you saying he can't beat the white man.
Why you gotta bring up the past, P? Why you
just brought the whole show been about predicated on the past. So now here we go, bringing up the past again. But I'm gonna go South Carolina State in this one. Hey, let me tell you something. Ryan Stubblefield looks like a pretty damn good quarterback. He can run, he can throw. I like South Carolina State right now. It looks like it's something that's gonna be. He can continue to build the rest of the season. It looks sustainable. I'll put it like that.
Let me see. Hold on. I might. Damn, they 0-4. Shit.
How you want to go to Charleston Southern? Right?
Yeah,
Go ahead. I'll take that bet all day, every day.
No, I'm looking. And I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take South Carolina State.
I like South Carolina State, man. I really do. They just find ways to win. Don't matter how it is, they just find ways to win.
East Texas, man. East Texas has played every HBCU known to man. I'm going NCCU versus East Texas.
I'm with you. I'm Trey Oliver, my guy, man. I like what he's doing. I'm taking Trey Oliver all day in that one.
All right. Listen, I would take Maine, Lane, Jane. It don't matter when you talk about them trash ass Bulldogs. I'm going Maine, and I'm going Maine by 35-7. Listen, I'm talking about big.
And you know what's interesting? Maine hadn't won a game yet this year.
Maine.
I'm going Maine as well.
Going Maine. Elon versus Hampton.
Jesus Christ! Every week, boy, you got something forward. I didn't even see that until we got here. Oh my God! I'm going Elon Musk over Hampton.
Going Elon over Hampton.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, and Dell State versus Sacred Heart. I'm going Dell State on this one. I got them winning by 2 touchdowns.
I'm not telling you how many touchdowns. I just think they get it done. However, D-Jack get it done, D-Jack.
He said I got Elon too. I got Elon too. All right, going up to the next one. Let me see Wagner.
Wagner hadn't won a game yet either.
That don't mean much when you talk about Norfolk.
I don't even know who I picked.
You picked Norfolk.
Did I?
I think so. Let me double check real quick.
I might have picked Wagner. I don't know.
Let me see real quick.
That's one I don't know.
Now you got Norfolk State over Wagner.
All right, let's go Norfolk.
All
Hit
right.
me with it. You got it. Hit me with it. You got it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
They played Kansas. They played Georgetown. They played Marist. They played Central Michigan. And they've only scored about 10 points, 10 points. Yeah, I'm going to go Norfolk on this one. Yeah, I'm going to go Norfolk.
Yeah, if Vic going to get him one, Vic, this the one.
This better be the one. All right, here we go. The tough guy coming down the road. Alabama and Bethune-Cookman. What you got, P?
Alabama A&M versus Bethune-Cookman. Guess what? Alabama A&M is 3-1 in the last 4 matchups, winning 56-12 last year in 2024. I'm going to Alabama A&M. I think they go 4-1 now in the last 5 meetings. But this is a game, I think, when you look for offense, when you look at Cornelius Brown at the quarterback position, and Bethune-Cookman has been putting up 30, 40 points in the past 2 games, I think this is the type of game when we talked about shootout, that's what this is going to be. This is going to be a high-scoring game.
Uh-oh. You said what? It's a what?
Let me go. Now shoot up. Now shoot up. Now shoot up. Now shoot up. Now shoot. Let me go. Shoot. Let me go. Shoot. Let me go. Shoot. Let me go. Now shoot up.
That's what it is. I'm going to have to put that on my soundboard.
Hey, chicken head right quick. Hit the pancake. You don't know nothing about
that. I don't know nothing about no pancake. I do it in the chicken head, though. But
heel toe.
Yeah, that's my jank right there.
Yeah.
Real quick, though. We was coming back from Maryland, And I played that. Me and my wife was playing the Marquee Circles. Oh, I used to love that song. Marquis Houston at Circles. That's some old school right there. But anyway, Alabama A&M. I'm going Alabama A&M on this one as well. I think it is going to be a shootout, but again, it's going to be who can get the stop that you need. The issue that I had, what scares me, is the explosiveness of Bethune-Cookman with Huggins at that wide receiver position. The DBs for A&M have been a little shaky. I need Sam Shea to get this defense rolling in the right direction. And again, I don't need it to be all world. I just need it to be able to get stops. And usually with that D-line in the front seven is actually pretty decent. I just need the DBs to be a little bit better to hold up in the back end. So, but I got A&M. I got A&M by 10. I got A&M by 10 in that game. Hopefully they pull it out. And Quad should be good to go. Uh-oh, she said check out the weather for Daytona on Saturday. Oh, shoot.
You know, a lot can change between now and Saturday.
Daytona weather. Let me see. Daytona 7-day forecast. Thunderstorms. Yeah. Might be a
that could still be high scoring. Turnovers create high scoring games too.
Yeah, it's gonna be raining. It's gonna be a good one. I like it might be one of them 17-21, 24-21 type of games. Better get your special teams ready. And listen, man, y'all better be no Diddy. Y'all better be wetting them footballs and catching wet balls. No Diddy.
Catching what?
Yeah, you gotta catch wet balls. You gotta catch wet balls.
Jesus Christ.
Texas Southern versus Valley. Are they both winless?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Somebody got to come up with the dub. What you got, P?
I think I picked Texas Southern in this one, but Texas Southern is 6-4 in the last 10 matchups. Can you believe these two teams haven't played since 2019? And when they did, Valley won 35-14. So it's the first meeting since before COVID. Texas Southern is 6-4 in the last 10 matchups, but I think I'm going to go Texas Southern this. So I think Chris Dishman gets the first win of the 2025 season.
I think this game is going to be a lot closer. Where is it at?
At Valley. It don't bother Texas Southern not to play in front of nobody. Okay?
It's not about that. It's just you're on the road.
Yeah, it don't bother.
You're not bringing your band, right? So it's just going to be Valley. Yeah, I agree with Adrian on this one. I think it's a coin flip. But I think no. I think Texas Southern. I think Texas Southern is the better team. So I'm going to roll with Texas Southern. But I wouldn't be surprised if Valley does pull it out. But I do think Texas Southern is a better team. All right, bottoms, bottom on bottom. Alcorn UAPB, bottom on bottom.
This is in Memphis, the Southern Heritage Classic. Of course, Jackson State and Tennessee State out now. Now you got Alcorn and UAPB. A conference game over in the Southern Heritage. So now it's an all-SWAC affair. Should make it interesting. I'm not sure what the attendance is going to be when you got two teams with only one win total. Alcorn looking for that first win. UAPB looking for that first win against a Division I opponent this year. Alcorn is 7-3 in the last 10 meetings between these two teams, and they won last year by 10 points. 38-28 over at Alcorn. I'm going Alcorn over UAPB in this one. I think they find a way to get that first victory on the season, and I think they do it by way of running on the ground.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh, wait. I'm telling you, go Golden Lions.
I'm more Arkansas than you.
I rock with UAPB. It's hard to rock with a football team from UAPB.
Alcorn is not that good. Like that's the issue for me. Like it's like
UAPB ain't that good either.
I think they're better than I think they're better than Alcorn. I'm just scared of what UAPB is going to show up.
You just said UAPB better than Alcorn.
In a neutral field, on a neutral field.
You just said UAPB better than Alcorn, so go ahead. Go Golden Lions. I go Alcorn. I think Alcorn are going to be able to run the ball in this one against UAPB.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, they do have some good running backs. I'm gonna go with Alcorn, But I feel like I'm gonna be kicking myself after this game. I really do. I think I'm gonna be kicking myself. I'm
No,
like, damn.
go follow.
Nah. You're not about to swindle me, sir.
Man, you got to take that one.
Let me see.
This your opportunity. This your one because we didn't agree on everything thus far.
Let me see.
This is where I was last week with Northwestern State and Prairie View. This your one.
Yeah, okay, I got you. All right, let's go. Let's next Tennessee Tech.
Hold on, what you doing?
I'm going Alcorn. I might come back to it, but right now I'm going Alcorn. I might pull a youth, with the Northwestern.
Right, going Alcorn as well.
Tennessee Tech, Tennessee. Yeah, that's.
I think Tennessee Tech big in this one.
Yeah, it's not even gonna be pretty.
They
all right, you know what time it is.
I said certified free. 7.
All right. Jump off list. One more time. We looking for the. I said it's certified free. 7 days a week. My bad.
Oh no.
All right. Listen, the list hasn't really changed that much. But
they are who they are.
They are who they are. They are who they are. But based on your voting, Alcorn with 61% of the vote, with over 378 people voted.
Really?
61% of the vote. Alcorn is your new jump off list.
They are the Alcorn before. They the Alcorn before the white man. They are back to who they were.
That is what it is.
This is the Alcorn I grew up seeing right here.
This the Alcorn you know.
Yeah, this the Alcorn that I know right here.
If they lose the UAPB,
they could. I think UAPB got the all-time record in this series.
Oh man. And
I want anybody listening from Alcorn. The people voted this.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't us.
300 votes.
Yeah, 378 people voted.
And 61% went with them.
Yeah.
Who got second place?
Second place was Hampton with 1-3, and Texas Southern at 0-3 was last.
Damn, Alcorn. The people off the train totally.
Yeah.
The people not believing in Alcorn.
Yeah, this is tough.
Wow.
Well, we'll see you on the list. All right, you have officially been promoted. You are now on the official jump off list of 2025.
Hey.
I said certified free.
Hey.
7.
Hey, they are a homecoming opponent. We beat them for homecoming last year. So you too can schedule Alcorn for homecoming and get a victory. To add them up with North Carolina A&T, UAPB, Mississippi Valley, and Bethune-Cookman. Now
get you a nice little winning record.
Hey, man, you ain't got to go play Lincoln. You ain't got to go play Virginia Lynchburg. You ain't got to go play none of them crazy schools. Here you go right here for homecoming.
Here you go.
I'm looking for the
I'm looking for the hoe.
We found it in Alcorn.
Oh man, we looking for the hoe.
Boy, Alcorn is found. Where G at?
Boy.
Oh my God.
He ain't got nothing to say on this one.
He got his guy.
He got it. That's what he said.
Hey, they got that guy, and they got him put you on the jump off list. Boy. This that Alcorn before 2012 that I remember. Before Jay got there, Jay Hopkins had turned that program around. This was the Alcorn I remember. When nobody used to be at their games.
Let me see.
I get it going.
Oh, that's not it. I was trying
Somebody said they ain't did a Swack and the Fool show in a while.
Man, because they ain't got nothing to swag. They ain't got nothing to swag about nor fool about because both their teams suck.
So let me say this, and this is why I credit myself because I get on here in front of y'all, win, lose, or draw. I don't shy away from it. But the fact if your team getting their ass whooped, there's something getting their ass whooped.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah.
And I still come on here to talk to y'all. Now, they running away from it. I don't like that. When you up, you up. When you down, you look. I'm the same from when we went to the SWAC championship last year to the same right now. We're in 1-3. I don't like that.
Yeah.
You got to get face to people with criticism and all. You know how hard it was for me to get on here after that North Carolina Central game?
Man, especially with all the stuff. Neck. You know what I'm saying?
I told the doctor, he said, you needed some rest. I said, I got to talk to the people, though. I got to talk to the people. Do you know how hard it has been for me for the past few years to get? We got our ass whooped to Jackson twice last year, and I still had to get on here and talk to y'all.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And of all the teams, I ain't beat FAMU. I ain't beat and I'm still on here.
Still on here. With the polo. With the polo.
Come on, man.
With the rapping.
You know the song "You Ain't Fresh as I Me Is"?
Oh yeah, come on now. Come on, man.
Come on now. You know something about that?
Come on, man.
And people be swearing, where period? Is he not gonna show up tonight? Every week.
Every week they ask you, and every week you show up.
Y'all think I'm
Hiding cocky with it, oh man. And they nowadays up and say to him, you ain't ride, you ain't bumping like I'm bumping, you ain't saying nothing, homie, you ain't fresh as I'm in, you ain't got it.
You don't keep it dumping like I keep it dumping.
Little buddy, you ain't fresh as I'm in, you ain't big with me, you ain't steady tipping no girl.
You don't know nothing about that, man. That's what I'm saying. God, no. Don't run away because you're sorry and you asked for this. And if you ask for this, it's like a marriage through sickness and health. What they say through what they, I don't know. I ain't never been married. What they say?
I've been married a few times. The deaf do.
You know it very well. What's your vows? What you have to say?
Sickness and health, the deaf do his part. For rich or for poor.
God damn, G. You just gonna bail out on them like that?
He said Geronimo.
Hey,
well, being fair to G, they do the Golden Helm. They do that show pretty consistent.
The Golden Helm, but what happened to Swag and the Fool? Yeah. I support the brothers. I'm just saying, don't run away for some shit that you ask for. Because the Golden Helm ain't him going crazy. That's kind of like a little bit more reserved, him and the guys, you know.
Yeah.
All talking all things, all corn, right?
Yeah.
I just don't like it when you running away.
I still got that Bow Wow album. The fact that you got a physical copy of an album with streaming is crazy. That's when you know you're a fan. That's when you know you're a fan.
Don't run away when your team not good, because here I am. Don't run away.
Yeah, don't do it.
And I'll be here next week too. And the week after, Don't matter how the results gonna be.
I love it. I respect it. We respect it.
Thank you.
And I come on here, win, lose, or draw,
Win, lose, and draw what, nigga? Over the years, you have jumped from A&M to FAMU to goddamn. I don't know who is your team no more. Shit, who is your team? What are you talking about?
I'm on here, win, lose, or draw. You know what I'm saying?
You like what's the song? I'm your puppet. Yeah, that's you.
I never heard that one. Nah.
That's on what's the movie with Bernie Mac and John Legend and Samuel Jackson. You never. Somebody put it in the comments. What's the movie when they was the
promoters, the party promoters?
No, they was the singing group. Soul Men.
Soul Men.
Yeah, I'm your puppet. That's you. You the puppet for whoever you want. You just. Yeah, you never seen Soul Men?
Nah, not the whole movie.
Yeah, he was like, hey, Mike Epps in it. He said, you gonna say bye to the kids? He said, fuck them kids. Fuck the kids.
Hey, listen, it be like this.
Yeah, Soul Man. Hey man, you gotta go watch that movie. That's a good movie, man.
Yeah.
A damn good movie.
I would check that out.
Then you can see the song I'm talking about, I'm Your Puppet. That's a good song. John Legend had the lead in that song.
I'm not a big fan of John Legend. My wife is though, but not me. All right, you already know what it is. HBCU top 5. Where could your team be this week? Barry, run it up.
Yeah, top 5. I moved some things around. We played musical chairs this week. Coming in at number 5, Alabama State. Still one of the better teams in the country in black college football to me. They had the week off after coming off that victory against Miles. They're getting ready for a big weekend coming up this week. But nonetheless, I still think they're a top 5 team. They just dropped a couple spots by having a bye week. At number 4, I'm going to go North Carolina Central. Humongous win over a rival in the Aggie Eagle Classic, and no better way to get it done than 40-piecing your biggest rival. For me, North Carolina Central and Trey Oliver are getting back on track. And you see 3 wins so far on the season. They're 3-2. I like where they're headed right now. They're the number 4 team, and they moved up. South Carolina State, the number 3 team, they moved down a notch. They got it just wasn't a good weekend for them, but nonetheless, Chennis Berry, South Carolina State, still one of the better teams in black college football. I still think they are a formidable opponent, and I like the consistency of what it looks like as a program and not just a team that Chennis Berry is building over there. They're 2-2 on the season. Who's moved up to me and really catching my attention? How about Alabama A&M Bulldogs? I mean, Sam Shade quietly is building something there. They did something they haven't done since 2011. That's beat Alcorn State. They've beaten Tennessee State. They handled Lane in a very good fashion. And this week, they're going to have their hands full with Bethune-Cookman. If they get that victory, Alabama A&M could be sitting at 4-1. And to me, that's a huge turnaround. They got the quarterback to do it with Cornelius Brown. If they can just get a solid defense and a run game to really back him up, I'm telling you, watch out for Alabama A&M. And then number 1, Jackson State, even though they had the week off, I still think nobody plays 3 phases of the game better than Jackson State. Offense, defense, and special teams. They're going to have that big game against Southern this weekend. They're still the number 1 team in the land. So my top 5, starting at number 5, Alabama State. Number 4, North Carolina Central. Number 3, South Carolina State. Number 2, Alabama A&M. And number 1, Jackson State.
I ain't seen them. I don't think I ever see A&M that high.
And listen, all the people swear I hate Alabama A&M.
That's fair.
They swear I hate them. I told them it never was nothing personal. It was Connell Maynard. I always thought that program had better. I always thought they could do so much better than what they were settling for. And they had settled in on it so much, they never wanted to speak out about it.
Yeah.
We tell them to get a new coach now. Look at your ass.
Yeah, look at you. Look at you now. Got a new man.
Don't it feel good?
He taking
I don't
you
know
out.
why you think I hate
you
A&M. I just didn't like what I saw from A&M every year. I just thought they were overhyped, and it showed once they got into conference play every year.
That's fair. No, you know what I'm saying? Now you got a new dude. He taking you out, showing you off. You know what I'm saying? Taking you around his mama. You know, you done met his mama.
Baby. You're brutal. You didn't even know how brutal you was. You're brutal. Didn't even know it. That other dude was telling you, shit, you're fat. That dress don't look good on you. Go take that off, New day.
You stupid. No, you stupid. You're brutal.
Shout out to the AD. I think we had a lot to do with this too. So whatever success A&M having, we need to credit ourselves because nobody else wanted to speak out about the travesty that was happening with Connell Maynard there. They own fans. Remember we had that call in? They were speaking so they didn't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, like one of the boogeyman, oh no, eyes don't talk about Maynard. Those eyes don't do that.
He's a great guy.
He's got us that spring ship. Oh, you're like, what? Chill out. He's not good.
But I must say, vocally and publicly, we were loud about it. And guess what? You did what you had to do. Now look at you. And I reward you for this.
Yeah.
You're number 2. Hey, you get a reward. You looking good. I can't tell you the last time I seen them to be on the verge of 4-1.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Mine looks a little different. Just a tad different. All right. I got Alabama State at number 5. They went on a bye week. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say I moved them down, but I just like the performance that I saw from NCCU enough to put them above them in the top 5, and as you see, NCCU at number 4, 3 and 2. Alabama A&M still holding strong at number 3 for me. I think that's just right. Jackson State at number 2 for me, and then South Carolina State. Listen, at the end of the day, I've told you guys for the last 2 weeks that I think Jackson State and South Carolina State are like 1A, 1B, and depending on how it goes, and I got to say it again, if you give Jackson State South Carolina State schedule, they're probably 2 and 2 as well, right? I mean, you're talking about University of South Carolina, South Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're playing some high level programs that Jackson State. So the same, and Perry, you can vouch for me on this. I did the same thing for Howard, did I not? When they were losing to those major programs, I said, hey, but I got to give them kudos for how they're playing these teams, because it's not easy and they're making it competitive, or they have they've looked good in certain spots. So again, this is not, I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, this is a Jackson State. No, I did the same thing for Howard a couple years ago when Perry was like, how do you have Howard still in your top 5?
It was like 3 straight weeks. I just couldn't get it. I didn't know what was going on. Like, because my whole thing was I reward for winning. And once I saw being rewarded for losing, but I guess it was like looking at Alabama State versus UAB. It was just something that looked magical. Like, hey, when they finally get to their level, watch out.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. And if anybody remembers, that's the year that Howard went to the Celebration Bowl. So, again, that is the reason why I'm giving South Carolina State, because, again, you haven't seen a team play that great. You haven't seen a team play that great against a Power 5 program. There's not another team that's done it, to where they had South Carolina, University of South Carolina, stifled, like legit stifled. You're talking about top 25 team.
Top 10.
Top 10.
At the time.
Stifled in trying to get points. And if it wasn't for the 2 punt returns for touchdowns, it was a rough game for them. So, again, you got to give them kudos for how they play. So, to me, that's why it is a 1A, 1B situation. And no different than if you're in the SEC. If Alabama loses, but Alabama played Georgia, how many spots they going to drop, Perry?
Not far at all.
You see what I'm saying? So there's not a team on here that outside of A&M playing Arkansas, and they looked good against them in spots, right? But Jackson State, their strength of schedule does not compare to South Carolina State, nor does it even compare to Alabama A&M, if we're being honest, right? Or nor NCCU. So it's just, as conference play comes in,
I mean, aside from UAB,
they'll say Southern Miss. They'll say Southern Miss is better than UAB, but to each his own.
And but then, you play Miles and you play Southern, so that's pretty much all you got right now.
Yeah, So, we'll see what it looks like going forward. But as conference play comes around, it'll all work itself out. That's what conference play is all about. But at the end of the day, I got to give them kudos for how they've been playing and who they played against as well.
Somebody said, look at South Carolina the past 2 weeks. Maybe South Carolina State gave everybody the blueprint of what you can do to exploit them. You go look at the film. It was like, hey, they may not have had the athletes to do it, but hell, we can match that.
I'll say this, and I would say this. If with the conference games going the way that they're going, if Delaware State beats Sacred Heart, they're going to be in my top 5. Because just how things are going to lay out. But again,
even if everybody in your top 5 wins,
that's what I'm saying. I was about to say, if everybody in my top 5 wins, then no, they're gonna be like on an honorable mention type of this situation. But if one of them, if those 2 bottom ones slip up in any way, then yeah, Delaware State will slide up into my top 5 easily.
I hope Howard and Delaware State keep headed in the right direction. That could be something there.
It could. I'm not a big fan of what Howard does. I think I just think they just gotten by, man. It's just I really don't think they're that good of a program. Like how I was about them the year they went to the Celebration Bowl, where they could do no wrong, because I'm like, they look good. They don't look good to me. They just don't look good to me at all. All right, but it's that time, P. It's that time, P.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with them. Walking.
It's that time, P.
Do we got some other games too?
Yeah. Oh, we got game of the week. You said you want to do it before the game of the week.
But you missed out on a couple games.
Yeah, because you got a game of the week and I got a game of the week.
Then we missing out on another. We got a couple games we missed out on.
This is your game of the week, and this is my game of the week.
And then this is the game. Thank you.
So, what you got?
Oh, we go back to where you was before. I just wanted to make sure because I'm like, damn, man, it is some good games going on, man. You ain't got something to say before I say something?
No. Listen, man. Hey, hold on. Somebody, let me see. Hold on. Let me see what I got. Let me see. I'm trying to find. No, I don't got nothing to say. I was
All right,
going
Jackson State and Southern University. Jackson is 6-4 in the last 10 meetings between these two schools, and they won 41-13 the last time they played. This game is going to be in Baton Rouge. You look at Southern, they have made changes from the offensive play caller position. Fred McNair has now assumed the position of play caller. Mark Frederick is now he's co-offensive coordinator. The question is going to be, who's going to be the starting quarterback in this game start? And I think that's going to be big. We know Trey Holly is the offense. You got Dupree Fuller from the tight end position, Cam Jefferson, as well as the rest of the host of receivers in this one. But then on the other side for Jackson State, Jacoby and Morgan, you got Ahmad Miller, you got Travis Terrell Jr., you got the whole host of wide receivers from Rampart to Fortillion to anybody you want to throw the ball to, including their all SWAC first team tight end. Southern has Kelby Gibbons, who right now leads FCS in sacks and tackles for loss. This should be a good win in terms of a rivalry because we all know in rivalries you throw out the records, but the past few times the records really stood for what it was when Southern and Jackson took on each other. The Boombox Classic in Baton Rouge. I will be there. It's going to be a packed house. Jackson State is number one on my Black College HBCU poll. Southern is number one in my heart.
Hold on, before you pick.
Baby. Oh no. Never did I imagine that you would play a major part in a decision that's so hard. Do I leave? Do I stay? Do I go? I think about my life and what matters to me the most. All right, it's on
you. Boy, you know you be playing on my emotions.
Do I leave? Do I stay? Do I go?
Hey, I love Southern. I'll put it to you like this. Southern has not looked good to me this year against championship contenders teams like North Carolina Central, Alabama State. Southern has not looked good. And Southern has already played two teams in my top five. Here they are playing the third team in my top five, which to me makes it a difficult schedule. With Jackson State being number one, they do the things Southern is not good at. Jackson State, better defense. Jackson State, better special teams. And Jackson State, better offense. I know I'm going to shock a lot of people, even though I love Southern, but I'm going Jackson State in this one. It's the reason they're the number one team in the land. It's the reason why they're the Black College National Champions. I can put my pride aside, and I can tell you just from a football perspective, I'm not with all the bullshit of the pride. It's still fuck Jackson State. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, it's still fuck Jackson State. But at the end of the day, football, come on now. Y'all watch football like I do. I love Southern. This is unprecedented, but Jackson State number one for a reason. I'm going Jackson State over Southern.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, shit.
It's me. Okay. Hold up.
What's up, baby? Come on.
When I come to the club, step aside.
Oh, shit.
Yo! Wow!
This one of them situations where they say, I really want to be wrong. And I'm okay if I'm wrong in this situation. I will feel okay with myself. But
Innocent Mumford? Ooh, I don't know how you go walk around there.
Just like the real nigga that I am. I walk around anybody's stadium, including Jackson's. I don't have a problem with it. Jeez,
That's crazy.
It is.
That's crazy. Well, I'm gonna do my pick with Mike. Make sure y'all tune in on Wednesday for the breakdown.
Nigga, you ain't gotta wait to win. We know what you doing. You not picking Southern.
What am I doing?
You're not picking Southern. I know that for a fact.
Not so fast, my friend. Not so
Man,
fast.
hell no.
Fred McNair's there.
You not gonna sit here and string me along till Wednesday. I know what you're doing.
Yeah, I know you.
I know you.
You got a plan.
Boy, you going
playing, Ray?
State.
What plan I got, Ray? I know you.
You going Jackson State. Talking about Cookie drew us a map to Greenville.
Oh, man. All right, let's get to this game of the week. You're talking about the 100th game. This is dope, man. The 100th State Fair Classic anniversary. Man, shout out to just longevity, man. These are the type of stuff that makes history to be a part of the 100th game of this game. This is Perry's game of the week. Perry, break it down for us and give us your pick.
Well, I like the matchup. Both teams held on last week in non-conference. Prairie View found a way to get it done over Northwestern State. Grambling found a way to get it done over East Texas A&M. Both teams was at home. Now you take this to a neutral site up in Dallas for the State Fair Classic. You know it's going to be a big crowd. Both teams are winning. Mickey Joseph seems to have Grambling on the right side of things thus far this year and surprising the hell out of me. And the same way with Coach Jackson, Tremaine Jackson. He's saying Prairie View can be a winner, and right now he's winning some games. Prairie View is 6-4 in the last 10 meetings, including winning last year 36-34. In this game, I'm going to go Grambling and Mickey Joseph for me. And I don't know why, but for me, I just think Grambling over the past 2 weeks with the close games have found a way to get it done. And seeing Xavier and T-Set here at Southern and now at Grambling, I like T-Set as the ball player he is. I think Grambling's system fits him a lot more and a lot better than what he was being used as here at Southern. And so I'm going to go Grambling. I think Mickey Joseph gets it done. And I think this is one of those shit-talking contests at the end of the game between Mickey Joseph and Tremaine Jackson.
Listen, I'm really excited about this game because, again, Grambling is doing just enough to stay above water. I don't think they've played a conference game yet, so this would be their conference opener, if I'm not mistaken. But Tremaine is already 1-0 in the conference. If he pulls this one off, you're talking about it's a roll paid with gold to the SWAC championship. For me, I gotta go with I go with Tremaine. I'm rocking with Tremaine. I'm going PV over Grambling in this one. For me, it's simply I love how they've been able to adjust week to week to what has fit them the best. They started with Cameron Peters in Texas Southern. They made the change to the new kid. I think his name is Kelvin Carter, whatever. Carter,
yeah.
Kelvin, like that, as a quarterback, and it's now more of a spread run type style, like a spread power option or spread power run and stuff like that. So I really like the running backs that they have with Bingham and McDonough, whatever his name is, real McDonough, right? So I'm liking what I'm seeing from there. Tevin Carter, thank you, William Graves. And defensively, I still think there's some things that they need to fix and work on to become a better defense. But I think offensively, that they're going to be a load for Grambling to handle with those running backs and with Tevin as well. And if they need to go with a better passer, they can always put in Cameron Peters in as well to make better passes. I call him the slinky assassin. So I just think there's more weapons offensively than what Grambling has. Now, Grambling does have those two good running backs as well. T-Set is also a part of that. But I think I'm hoping. This is truly a hope and a prayer. I am hoping that Tremaine and his defensive staff can see that T-Set is a one-read guy. He's a one-read guy. If it's not there, he's running. And to me, is that if you can take that away and you can put pressure on T-Set, he'll make a mistake. Defensively, I don't think Grambling's all world, but they got some damn good corners. That Raby kid, Roby, That kid is not going to be at Grambling next year. I'm telling you that right now. He's going to be at some G5 or Power 4 program getting paid because that kid can play. The pick against Ohio State was nasty. He got the strip. He's the one that got the strip fumble. I mean, the strip for the game winner on that. He's a ball player. He's a playmaker. So I'm curious to see what this looks like. But I think if I'm going with the more seasoned coach, I'm going with the more seasoned staff as well, and I'm going with Tremaine Jackson on this one. If I'm giving you a score, because with both of these teams, there's going to be some dumb plays. It's just like something dumb.
Both of them did dumb shit last week. I just cannot get that one play in the red zone the quarterback had all day long.
Yeah.
And the next day.
Oh, he's a grad student, right? They said, I don't know if the running back's grad student, but I hope.
And he throws the ball directly to the defender. I mean, it was absolutely no reason for that. Absolutely no reason. So it's gonna be mistakes in this game, though. It's gonna be some sloppy football.
Absolutely. And see, this is the issue that I have, right? Is that Carter gives you, when you're playing against Carter, you have to go 11 on 11. When you put Cam Peters in the game, it's 10 against 11 because that Bama cannot run. He's like a baby deer. His legs ain't gonna go nowhere, right? So, but when Carter's in the game, you're talking about 6'3", 6'4", 220, 225 coming downhill, and that Bama can move. And to me, in the SWAC, you just need a dynamic quarterback, right? If your passing concepts aren't the greatest, which Prairie View's is not, but if you can get your power running going with the QB power and all that type of stuff, and with the motion and the jet sweeps that they got going on, I would stick with Carter because I think that makes them more dynamic. But if I'm giving you a score, I think some dumb stuff is going to happen. I think it's going to be closer than it should be. I think if I'm being honest, I think on paper, Prairie View should win this game by 10 points or more. I know they're at the neutral field, so they're probably going to be the point spread probably going to be like 5 or 7. But I got Tremaine winning this by 10. I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna say 17-24. I'm gonna say 17-24. 17-24. Prairie View.
I don't have a score. I'm just going Grambling. I hope this could be the one that separate me from you. Yeah.
All
right, Mickey Joseph. I know you like to talk shit. This your week. You fucking with a nigga that didn't go outside for recess.
Yeah. I don't play no games.
Ain't a bad boy.
Let me say this.
And if he can get 2 rivalry wins,
that's huge.
Start his career.
That's huge.
That's Labor Day and the State Fair.
On your first year, that's tough.
Tough.
I'm gonna say this. Tremaine's got a spy T-set and he's got a blitz T-set. Those are the two things that if you're going to blitz him, you got to have a spy because the kid can't get loose. And that's really how Grambling has done most of their damage is on 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. T-set gets loose and he runs for the first down and keeps drives going a lot like that. If you got a blitz T-set and you got a spy T-set. So, I mean, coming into this game, you got to know this, and it shouldn't be anything hard to do that, but you got to make it work. All right, let's go.
I think that's gonna be a hell of a game.
It is. But this one right here, this is my game of the week. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna pop it off too. Let me explain something. Let me talk my shit real quick.
Talking because I'm trying to figure it out.
This is in Bragg, right? This is in Bragg. I think Alabama State is the better team. I think Alabama State has the better quarterback. I think Chris Barnett and Andrew are on the same page. There's no reason other than FAMU is at home that they should win this game. This is, to me, UAPB was putting Andrew on the map. This game solidifies that Alabama State is a championship contender. Like, you have to go out and win this game. I don't give 2 shits about what Howard did in FAMU. That shit don't matter because Howard's in the MEAC and whatever. They're not gonna be in the Celebration Bowl. If FAMU is a contender and they're seen as a contender and you're seen as a contender, You got to go out and show up and show out. You got to put on for Alabama State. It is one name and one name only, and it goes a little something like this. Everybody, come on, man. He's got to show up and show out. Now, he don't got to be a Superman. He ain't got to be a superhero, nor does he have to be Superman. But he has to be that guy. And when they need to play, that guy's going to have to show up, period. And you got to be able to trust in one. All right? Trust in one. I think this is a knockout, drag-out game, but I think Alabama, I know I'm going with Alabama State. Alabama State wins this game. They win it by a touchdown. I want to say they win it by 10. I don't know what is it. I don't know why I'm feeling these 10s lately. But I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna say they win by 2 touchdowns. And that's saying a lot at Fat. That's saying a lot at Bragg. That's saying a lot to win a game at Bragg by 2 touchdowns. But I think they come in, because honestly, you just gotta stop the run game. You got to make RJ Johnson beat you. And if RJ Johnson's going to have to beat you, you should win this game. Period. Point blank period. If you walk into the game and RJ Johnson is is who you got to let him beat you, cuz he's not good enough to. He's not. So I got this game 17 no, I got 20 to 31. I'm going to 20 31 Bama State. 20-31 Bama State.
That's a damn good game.
Nah, it's a good game. It's a good game.
All right, with this one, look, Alabama State and FAMU. Can you believe FAMU is 4-0 since joining the SWAC in their last 4 matchups against Alabama State, and they won last year 28-13. I saw how the crowd was when they played Albany. We know what it's going to be like in Bragg.
Can I say something real quick?
You definitely can.
How is he in the tally rain? Well, I can tell you about a game where it rained in Miami, where he ran for 2 touchdowns against NCCU. So I don't think rain is going to affect him too much. That's just me personally. Now, you do have I think you have a grass field. That's the only thing that I think might hinder. If I'm not mistaken, I think FAMU has a grass field. If it's a turf field,
that's turf, I believe.
If it's turf, he's about to get even more freaky. All right, stop playing with me.
Yeah, if I can remember, FAMU got turf.
All right, so if they got turf, he gonna get it's. So what we talking about? What we talking about? He did it in Miami when it was pouring down, raining. So what we talking about? Miss me with that. Ain't no tally rain gonna stop nothing out here. He was in Miami when he did it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Say this ain't Prairie View, huh?
No, and it's not.
Look, I'm not impressed with what I've been seeing with FAMU this year. This does not look like the FAMU of the past. You talked about it. They struggled offensively. This is something new that we've seen out of them. But defense, that's still somewhat solid. But I just think right now, I'm a huge fan of Andrew BOTY. I think his body of work, of what he's done thus far, I mean, the RPOs, the throws, him doing it with his legs, just everything right now. Southern had a good game plan in the first half, causing pressure, getting them rattled, and being able to attack him. But in the second half, he chipped away and ultimately got that victory. And I bring that up because he had to go on the road to A.W. Mumford to Southern. So he's already gotten that out the way. So going on the road to Bragg, I know Bragg is a little bit tougher considering the history of winning that they've had here recently, but he's been on the road twice already, to UAB and to Southern. I think I take away the road factor, right? But it's going to be tough being on that sideline. And anybody know when you at Bragg, how close their student body and their fans are to you. Andrew BOTY's going to have to stay focused in this one and not get sidetracked along with everybody else. But this is going to be a tough one. Can Bama State finally get over the hump and get a victory over FAMU? And now seems like more than ever, this is the time because they have the weapons around Andrew BOTY. They have Houseclaw who can run it. Jalen Jones at wide receiver.
Woo, that boy nasty.
He's separating himself to look like the best receiver in the conference right now. So overall, I think they're battle tested. They're ready. And this looks like for Alabama State to take it to the next step, the next level. They've been able to do it simply off of defense the past few years. Now that they have the offense to complement the defense, now seems like the time. And this could be that big win they have been searching for so long coming out of the SWAC East. This could be one of to put them in that position. I think Andrew BOTY, in my opinion, has a true argument in terms of a case going for SWAC Offensive Player of the Year. These type of games right here on the road against the SWAC East, this is how you put yourself in that situation in the conversation. So Andrew BOTY is going to be on you. I think all eyes are going to be circled and be looking at you. I'm going Bama State in this one. I think Bama State get it done convincingly.
I 1,000% agree with you, Perry. To me, this is one of those games to where Eddie Robinson has always it's always there's one or two games that he can't get over the hump on, right? And Jackson and Fam have been those two games that he has not been able to get over the hump on. To me, you need what this game to me does for Andrew and for Eddie. It's like, hey, we're together. Like, we need each other. You know what I'm saying? We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Like, that's give me a high five. Like, they got to come together on this, because to me, it's like, hey, listen, Eddie Roberts, like, man, I've been doing this by myself for so long, just trying to hold it down defensively, that we've been needing a quarterback. And now I got a guy that can take over a game for me. This to me is where that pairing has to come in and show up and show out and show why Andrew is that guy, and two, why Eddie Robinson is that guy for defense. And this got to be a match made in heaven. And this is where you show it why it's a match made in heaven. You cannot lose this game. You cannot. I'm sorry. Like, you cannot lose this game. It's especially this is a bad FAMU team.
And Andrew BOTY, for me in this game, can't psych himself, because the fans going to be behind him. You've been to Bragg. That student body is going to be rough on Alabama State. Yeah. Don't let them psych you out to where you feel like you got to go out there and make all these extraordinary plays. Play your game. Don't let them get in your head. And I think that's going to be key here in this game. Not allowing the fans and that FAMU crowd to get in your head to make you feel like you got it, because that's how turnovers happen. You begin to force things trying to be the superhero to prove everybody wrong. Just go play your game and be comfortable and do what you do best. And that's just throw the ball around the park and run when you got to do it. But don't let them get in your head to make you feel like you got to go be Superman out there. Just be calm, cool, and collective and play your game, because it's going to be a hostile environment.
This is probably the worst FAMU team that Alabama State has seen in the Eddie Robinson era. This is the worst FAMU team. I want to be very clear. FAMU fans can say whatever they want. They know it's the truth. This is the worst team they've put on the field in the last 3 years when it goes to playing against Alabama State. To me, if I'm Alabama State, I would be so disheartened that I could not beat the worst version of FAMU in this year. Cozy loses this game, it's nail in coffin. He is gone. Because nobody has any other expectation for him to beat a Jackson. Nobody has any expectation for him to beat any other team that he has at home, probably outside of Alcorn, right? So again, this game is a barometer for Eddie Rob and this team. It's really not for FAMU. It's really FAMU's technically they're the underdog, but they're at home. Everything is in their favor. They're at home. They you know what I'm saying, whatever. But he loses this game, he's done. He's done it. He's done it. Tallahassee. He can pack his bag. He's done for real.
They created a favorable schedule at home. This is one of the reasons, because you got a favorable schedule at home, that you got to sneak out that victory at home.
Got to. If this was at Bama State, oh my God, it's 3 touchdowns and not even close.
It's almost like the similar situation at Southern. You got a favorable home schedule,
but you're not making it useful. You're not using it in your favor.
No, not at all. And now both coaches sitting there on the hot seat.
Let me say this: if they beat FAMU 42-14, that Bama ain't making it back to the locker room. Okay, I need people to understand what Gokin is saying. I can't tell you the last team to beat FAMU that bad was Jackson. Was Jackson with Dion in Miami. And that was in the Willie Simmons era when he had nothing but dogs. I'm telling you right now, if Cozy gets beat like this at Bragg, he's not making it back to the locker room.
Do you ever watch when they do the what is their booster group called?
The quarterback club.
Do you ever watch when they oh man, it's like he in a room full of parents and grandparents and they scolded him like I'm tuned in this week. I want to hear what that room is gonna say to him.
That's fair. The only way, and let me be very clear, the only way FAMU pulls this game out is if RJ Johnson makes throws. If RJ Johnson makes some of the throws he made against Albany State and he gets the easy looks that he's gotten, like when he played Albany State with his man-on-man, cover zero, he hits the slant goes for 60 yards. It's that. RJ Johnson is not a quarterback that can methodically move you up the field. Like with just like boom, 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 bam, boom, boom. That's not him. So again, it would be the same thing I would tell anybody if they're playing Jackson. Put the game in Jacoby and Morgan's hands and make him beat you. Make him beat you. Very simple. Like if I'm Bama State, I'm gonna keep saying it. The only reason it's scary to play cover zero because FAMU got some receivers that can they can run. I mean, they always gonna have speed. It's FAMU. They Florida, right? So it's either you play it one of two ways. Is that you play your front four, maybe send one blitz and drop everybody else, or you just say, hey, we're gonna go man across the board. We're gonna play off man, and we're gonna blitz. And we're bringing the house every time, or on major downs, or bringing the house, or major downs, or blitzing. But to me, I think in this situation, if you don't trust, because Alabama State's D line is not like what it's used to be. It's not what it's been in the previous years, where they had the Nelson kid and all these studs on the D line. They don't have that anymore. So you got to figure out what you can do well. I don't think FAMU's offensive line is great, but they do get out and run very well with pulls and counters and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a knockdown show. But I say this to FAMUans, like defensively, you're not that team either. Like let's be 100%. You're not that team defensively anymore. There's not a guy on the defense that you're just like, yeah, he's a dude. He's a stud. Like you don't have any of those guys. You got a bunch of just get a bunch of guys. And you better hope y'all play some good team ball. But you don't got no Isaiah Lands, you don't got no Majors, you don't got no Kendall Bowlers, you don't have any Antoine Colliers, you don't have no Savion Wilkinsons, you don't have no General Hunts. Like you just got a bunch of guys.
And I think the only way this game does get close, if they say it's gonna be close, it's gonna fall to Andrew Body. If he goes out and tries to do too much in giving turnovers and whatever else, he's going to have to be level-headed. It's distracting at FAMU. It is a tough place to play, and it's going to be rocking. This is why FAMU came to the SWAC. It's going to be that type of environment.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy.
You're going to have the bands there. You're going to have the fans there. This is SWAC football. And with FAMU now, with the way they got the stadium and everything,
the lights,
else,
yeah, and the club brag, yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
You're gonna have to be laser locked in, focused if you Andrew Body. So I think that's the only way this game is close. If Andrew Body goes out and he's not like Andrew Body's gonna have to have that look in his eye that he had against UAB, where he was just out for blood. But you know what cost them in that game? It was that one play that he tried to make something out of nothing, throwing that backwards pass to Hawklaw that ultimately resulted in UAB going the other way. And that to me decided that game.
Mm-hmm.
That was the difference maker. That's the type of plays that I'm saying. He don't have to be Superman. If it ain't there, don't do it. Just take your loss, live to play another down. Throw it out of bounds, whatever the case. But that's the type of play that I'm saying that sometimes if he feels he has to make something out of nothing, don't. Just do what's comfortable, do what's best in those situations. You ain't got to go out there and be Superman. You just got to go out there and win the game, man. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Call lines are open 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. We take a couple callers, man. We got about 10 minutes. We're gonna get up out of here. Man, Perry, are you curious to see what this SWAC game day is supposed to look like for SWAC TV?
Or does it start this week?
It's supposed to start this week.
I haven't seen any marketing or promoting of it.
Do you think you're gonna see marketing and promoting of it?
Well, that's why I didn't know. So how did you know?
So Dr. McClellan, I always be like real close to be saying, well, he went on the Jackson State game against Tuskegee and talked about that they're going to be bringing the game day show for week 5.
He said who was going to be on it?
Nope.
Okay. It ain't us though, huh? Where they going to be at?
They're supposed to be at Jackson and Southern.
They going to come in my backyard?
That's what we're on the street.
Hey.
That is word on the street.
And you asking me what I think it's going to be like?
Yeah, what you think it's going to be like?
I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. I really don't. What you think it's going to be like?
I asked my wife, and she made a great point. She said she feels it's going to be one of those situations where somebody tries to do something they're not. And you know how like when people like you try too hard? She says she feels there's going to be a lot of that to where
much of Perry and Scotty. Now you're going to try to recreate that?
You're going to try to you're going to try to be something that you're not, right? Like it just because again, and we talked about it when SWAC TV first came out. And let me say this. I think for what SWAC TV is, I like it. Overall, I got to give it, if I was giving it a grade, I'll give it a C+, like a
it's
7.
very accessible because when I was ready to look at the games, I went straight to it and was like, damn, here go everything right here.
Yeah, you gotta love it. And I love the on-demand replay. Like you can't beat that, man. You just can't beat it, man. So I love it. I think there's some things that they can tweak, but overall, I wish they had multi-view inside the app because if you got 3 games going on at once, why I gotta close out of one game to go to the next game and then close out that game?
That's what was hurting me watching Grambling and East Texas. Then I was trying to keep up at the same time with Northwestern State and Prairie View. I mean, both games were coming down. I was like, damn, I'm going here and there.
You know what I'm saying? So if they could add multi-view, I think that would be amazing to just that component of it. And you know, there's some other things that I would change, but I think if you're talking about just what the SWAC game day, if you just give me the same people that we've always seen, I'm cool with it. I'm gonna be good.
Who you think gonna be on there?
The Santoria black dude, Tolly Carr get more checks than Steve Harvey when it comes to SWAC stuff. I really
Tolly does with HBCU Go though, huh?
That's what I'm saying. My wife said
he may be wherever the HBCU Go game is.
And that's why I said I don't think he's going to be on it because he does the stuff with HBCU Go as well. So, I think it's the black
Dr. Cavill.
Oh my God. I'm
Charles Bishop.
See. When I start saying stuff, then people be like, "Oh, Scotty, you hating?" And it's like I'm not hating. I'm not, huh?
What you saying?
Because I'm gonna say like, if you can't get views on your own shit, like see, this is why I can't. You that kid I can't hang with I can't hang with. You know the kid you be in class and you be like, "Nah, man, say what you say. What you?"
Because I'm like, what the song say? What is you saying?
I'm gonna just say that it just doesn't make sense to me. If that's the direction you go in, it just doesn't make sense to me because one, if you're going based off what we've seen in the landscape of college football, you can see that there's like a mid-young, like College Game Day wanted to get younger, right? Like that's why you go with Pat McAfee, you go with a vibrant Pat McAfee and things like that. You don't go to older guys except like a Nick Saban because you want his thoughts and opinions because he's the freaking greatest coach of all time, college coach of all time, right? So it's little things like that. It just doesn't make sense to me that you would just go to the same people that have a hard time garnering views or garnering attention, and then you put them on a major platform. That's homeboy hookup if I ever see one in my life.
I don't know how you come in my backyard and don't give Perry White a call. I do radio around. I mean, like, how you come in my backyard and I don't get included, but I understand. Hey, I'm not begging. Hey, I'm just saying, God damn, you gonna come in my backyard and don't give me a call for a game day for the biggest game in Baton Rouge? Come on, man.
If I was doing a SWAC coach, to be a part of the broadcast,
I like Dawson Odoms.
You want somebody who I would need somebody who's not willing to hold back their tongue.
Dawson Odoms.
Then that's what it would be then.
I like Dawson. I think he'll get candid and open with you. And he can go from 0 to 100 at any given moment.
That's what you need. That's what you need, because you need the perspective of the perspective of a head coach, because you just want, like, what are you thinking here? You know what I'm saying? What if it was you, if it was this, if it was that, right? What are you thinking here? But you also want a guy that's gonna, like, that was a bad decision. Like, because again, that coaching fraternity, it's really lock and key. Like, coaches hate to really critique other coaches. They really hate doing that. But in the media space, you got to be able to do that. Like, you just got to be able to do that. All right, let me take some of these callers real quick. Mr. Sargent, coming to you.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself, sir?
Very good. Just driving home after putting in a little work. Just got a couple of quick questions. One, Perry, Scotty, give me the final score on the Alabama State FAMU game.
My final score, I think I said 17. I would go 17-31 Alabama State.
Okay. Perry?
I don't have a final score. I'm just rocking with Bama State. I don't really have a score for you.
No worries. So, Perry, let me stay with you. Will the game that Jackson State plays against Southern count in the standings, or is it one of those non-conference, in-conference games?
No, it's a conference game. They rotated back on our conference schedule now.
Okay. Hey, man, that's all I have for today. Thank y'all so much.
Hey, appreciate the call, Mr. Sargent, as always. I like callers like that. In and out, man. In and out. No Diddy. Diallo, coming to you, bro.
Scotty P, what's going on, family? How y'all feeling tonight?
Man, good, Brody. How about yourself?
I'm good. I can't complain. I'm going to be in and out as well. I don't want to take up too much of y'all time. I know y'all right at 3 hours. Two quick things. One, Scotty, you're absolutely correct, man. Morgan State is a nice campus. I think I told you this before, man. It was a hidden gem. My son really wanted to go there. They offered him a partial scholarship, so he didn't go. But the dorms was new. The campus wasn't super huge, but it was really nice. I like their facilities, so I'm glad you got a chance to check them out. And I sent you the video, man. We was watching the game. Proud of you, brother. You was doing good. Sounded great. Was giving great insight. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you on doing that, man.
Man, thank you so much.
And you was right. I'm glad you didn't put it out there early, because, Bama's would be hating on you. I'm like, yeah, Scotty said the ESPN feed be messed up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people will find a way to try to hate on him. So I'm glad you kept that one under the wraps. Hey, Perry, you've always been my man. I like you a lot. And tonight, when you brought up the Moors, how they went up there and cleaned up the Europeans, like, that might have went over a lot of people's heads, but stuff like that impresses me. And I would love to have a conversation with you, brother, real soon one day in one of these games. But I want to get the my Jackson State family mad again tonight. I don't know if y'all saw TC's presser today, and one of the people just asked a candid question about the quarterback play. And he said something. He said Jacoby knows he has to play better. And he said something I thought that was very key. We talk about all the weapons they have at the receivers position. He said the receivers love, playing with Lockhart, because they know he's gonna try to push the ball down the field. So basically, the way I interpret that, if you listen to the whole thing, like, hey, Jacoby's our guy, but if he don't get his stuff together, you know, I got a guy that I'm ready to bring out the bullpen like a pitcher. One, did you guys hear that? And if you did, what are your thoughts about that? And if you didn't, what are your thoughts about the way I just kind of explained it?
P, you can go first.
No, you go ahead. I'll build off of you.
Okay, so I don't usually watch the SWAC media conference day calls because
no, this was the JSU one they do by themselves.
Oh,
this wasn't the SWAC call.
Okay, yeah, but
and
no,
it was only like 7 minutes. It was really short.
No, I didn't watch that, but taking off what you're telling me, and from things that I've heard from some Jackson State people, that they really like Lockhart. He's done some really good things in practice, and I'm going to say this: at the end of the day, I've been calling Morgan what he is, and I think, and I reached out to a Jackson State coach. And they asked me, Scotty, what do you think? I said, if it's close, I'm going with the younger guy because he can grow with me. He can grow with me. Like, the quicker I get him in, the quicker I can get him on board. Because at the end of the day, I'm still not asking them to do a lot because what are we going to do first? We're going to run the ball.
And lean on your defense.
We're going to run the ball, lean on the defense, and I just need this kid to make a couple throws. Now, if Jacoby Morgan is such a great leader that you need him in his leadership, then okay, you ride with Morgan. But if people are liking what they're seeing from Lockhart, if the team is rallying around Lockhart and it's close, you roll with Lockhart. That's just me personally, because again, talent-wise, they're the same. Now, I don't know what, I don't know from what I talked to the coach. He said he's really special or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like, what I saw on tape from against Tuskegee, they the same. So that's it. What you got, P?
Yeah.
I think this is
before you go, Perry, I just want to say this to echo what you said, Scotty. And I think that's why Michigan decided to start their freshman quarterback now. Like, let him get the wheels going now. That way, his second and third year, he should be at an elite level. Like, go with the young guy early. Ain't no sense in wasting time when you know you got a guy that you think is special. So I agree with you on that.
I think this goes back to last year where TC did. You can tell early on in the season he didn't truly have his full trust in Jacoby and Morgan. He was playing the 2-quarterback system between Cameron McCoy and Jacoby. Jacoby happened to win the spot once Cameron McCoy ended up getting hurt. And it opened up the door for Jacoby and Morgan pretty much to manage this offense off the legs of who? Irv Mulligan. But then when you got to the SWAC championship and Jacoby and Morgan got hurt, then you had, Zy McDonald, who came in and took over the game. I think at Jackson State, when you look at that quarterback room, TC is just doing a great job for the next man up. And so getting his young quarterback some reps in that game against Tuskegee is just getting him reps because you got to be able to be ready, just like nobody saw Jacoby and Morgan getting hurt last year in that SWAC championship.
Fact.
You didn't see that coming, but you had to have the reps because you were already down Cameron McCoy, and then you had to go down to your third-string quarterback, and that came in and gave you that spark. I think right now you let the young quarterback continue to grow and watch the game. You got a guy that's like Jacoby Morgan, although you say that about what he can still teach you something about the game. And I think you just let the young guy sit back, watch, and learn. And when it's his chance, he gets to get a chance to go out there. But I think you run Jacoby Morgan out there. I mean, right now until he messes it up, and right now he has not done anything, in my opinion, to mess it up to take it away from him.
No, I agree with you, Perry, and I'm gonna say this and get out the way for the next caller. I don't think he has, but what TC's saying is, if he continues to play the way he's playing, and if you listen to it, you got to kind of read between the lines. But if he continues to play the way he's been playing, TC is not shy about taking him out and putting in Lockhart because his fancy receivers like the young kid. You know what I'm saying? And it was around this game last year. You figure McCoy was the starter all the way up into the Grambling game when they had like 4 or 5 turnovers, and the next week is when he went and stuck with Morgan for the rest of the season until he got hurt. So I think this is a crucial game. Like, I'm going to be looking at the quarterback play, and I know you'll have a really in-depth look at it when you come back next Monday because you'll be at the game. But I'm going to really be looking at this game and see how he looks to see if he puts TC in a compromising position where he might have to go with the young kid. That's just my thought. But I appreciate y'all, brothers. Keep up the good work, family.
Appreciate it, D. Let me see. 80. 8572 coming to you.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty?
What's goody?
What's up, Perry? Hey, Scotty, man, I made sure my mom heard you on ESPN, man. She always loved looking at you, man. I sometimes look at the replay of your show. She said, man, Scotty he on ESPN. Let me see. So, yeah, man, he on ESPN. You did a great job, Scotty.
Man, thank you so much.
Off the box because I know cats would have hated, said because you wasn't a true HBCU guy. They would have said something crazy, but I'm glad they gave you a chance. Now, my question to you, man, you should try to get on that Swag TV, man. I know they may be hating, but they should put you on there, Scotty. They should put your show on Swag TV, man. It might be a little bit different, but they should. But before I get off, man, Scotty, I think the last caller might have something because I'll be honest with you, man. Morgan, he cool, but do he really push the ball down the field? And you got all them shiny people. And like I told you before, my buddy I went to high school with, his son wear number 7. He a receiver for Jackson, man. He used to be at Kent State back in the day, but he transferred to Jackson State where his dad went to school. What's your take on his game?
I haven't. What's his name? What's his name?
Jamil Gardner Jr.
I think he got a. Is that the one that got the touchdown for the season?
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
yeah.
It's hard.
I told you about. He played for what you call it. He played for the coach that had went to Colorado that went you to be the offensive coordinator and then got the job at San Diego State.
He's the issue for me is this. It's hard to really see what these receivers can really do because you guys don't throw the ball consistently enough to see. Like, see, people are in the comments like, oh, yeah, he's really good. But in what capacity? You get what I'm saying? Like, in what capacity? He scored against Tuskegee. Like, what? Well, I'm not saying he can't make. Go ahead.
You know the crazy thing about it, he played Little League football with Bryce Underwood back in the day.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so hey, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. But hey, Scotty, I love you. Hey, Perry, I check out the journal from time to time too. Y'all guys have a good evening.
You too, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
My issue, P, is I'm not saying Gardner is not a great talent, right? But what I'm saying is that greatness has to be pulled out. Greatness can't. Your potential does not equal production. I'm gonna say that for people that missed that. Your potential does not equal production. And at being a wide receiver, you're a dependent position. And if I don't have a
goddamn quarterback,
what I'm supposed to do with that? Now, again, this is why I said what I said about Nathan going to Jackson, is that it was a dumb move because why would you go to a team that doesn't throw the ball to get you involved? Like, if he, again, I told him to go to FAMU, but that quarterback situation ain't no better, right? But you know what I'm saying? If you go to another team, maybe go to NCCU or go to another program that runs and throws. You get
being a weapon for Andrew.
Could have been a weapon for Andrew, right? Could have been anything like, because at the end of the day, the only way you can say that somebody is great is when you see the greatness being displayed on the field. It's not a potential. Yes, do they have skills and traits and talents that you're like, man, whew, he can really go. But again, you got to see it. You got to see it produce, right? Nathan Rembert is highly thought of because of what he did at Valley in that quarterback situation. But now you're not seeing it. He is in a better situation on a better team, but he's not getting his stats because the team is not built around passing him the ball. That's just what it is. So you got to take the good with the bad when it comes to that. Anything on that, P, before I go to the next caller?
Jackson State wants to run the ball first anyway. So they're going to be a run-heavy team. I think right now they're first in the conference in rushing. So, I mean, that's what comes with it. That's one of those, we run the ball to set up the passing game. So it's not pass, and then run it. It's when your moment comes, we call on you. So you never know when it's going to come. And if the run game is effective, they're not going to deviate from it.
Which they shouldn't, because it's working, right? It's like, I ain't, listen, we trying to win games, right? So at the end of the day, what are you trying to do? You know what I'm saying?
Now, I don't think Jackson State trying to win style points as they win games.
No, they're not, right? So for me, like I said, if I was Nathan, there's no way I would have went to Jackson. Ain't no way.
But I'm
ain't no way.
He being a former quarterback and wide receiver could sell that, though. I'm pretty sure that sounds good to say. Though.
I don't know how you. To me, if I was Nathan, how you can't sell me on something you didn't do.
Yeah. And what about Shamar Savage? He's there too.
He probably just wanted another opportunity to win a championship because he's played for so long. He's on I think he's on year 6 or 7. So he probably just wanted to win a championship, which I completely understand that you have. And it's probably the same thing with Nathan. Like, hey, let's go to the best team and see if we can win a championship or whatever.
They got an all SWAC first team tight end, and then you factor in Fortillion. I mean,
yeah, I think he's hurt for the season.
He's done.
I think so. I think somebody told me he's hurt for the season. I think he like tore his hamstring or something like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, something crazy like that. But medical reports in the SWAC are like Fort Knox.
And you would get cussed out asking the coach about a player.
4505 coming to you.
What's going on, Scotty? What's going on, Perry?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Great show tonight. Quick question. I actually watched Coach E-Rob today on the SWAC coach's call, and he alluded to wants to do like ball control. Now, with BOTY and with Bama State's offense, they've been a get it down the field, score, that type. Do you think that's good for E-Rob to try to slow BOTY down this weekend, or do you say, hey, let the horses run and let him do what he do?
I don't know if what's tough about that is I don't know if Alabama State truly has the horses that people think they have. Like Jalen's a great receiver, right? I just think they need if they would have had 2 Jalen's, let the horses run. Let the horses
run. What they needed was that Keyshawn Johnson kid.
If they had Keyshawn Johnson, this wouldn't even. I wouldn't blink at this game. I would tell you bet your house on. But when you only have one receiver that's really, really dominant, Harold. Yes, Harold is good. I'm sorry, AJ Harold is really nasty. He does. Yeah, he's really good. I'm sorry. Apologies, Harold. Apologies. Thank you, King. I appreciate it. But I just don't. The thing about Alabama State is it's like they don't know. It's like they have an identity, but they don't have an identity, right? Like, they want to run the ball, but what they can do, which is they can spread it out. And because if you ask BOTY to throw the ball 25 to 30 times, he can do it and win you a game. If you ask him to throw it 15 to 20 times, he can do it and win you a game. If you ask him to throw it 12 and run it 10, he can do it and you can still win the game, right? So he's such a Swiss Army knife that you can win in multitudes of ways. The reason that I have a problem with ball control is you keep teams in the game.
I think,
go ahead.
And I think what E-Rob is, I'm not going to say fearful of, because he knows he doesn't have the defense that he usually has. So when you don't have that bubble in the middle, when you don't have the other transfer that we got from UAPB, and your defense, like you said, we're returning, or starting, 8 new players on defense. So it's like, okay, I know what I got in my offense somewhat. So now, because I don't really know what I have in my defense, now I got to kind of, either slow it down to see what Sam has, because again, we don't know which Sam we go see on Saturday. So so I definitely get it, but I don't want to put BOTY in a box and now we're behind and now we're trying to play catch up.
This has been my biggest issue, and I'm so glad you said BOTY in a box, right? The thing that I said about the UAPB game is you already spilled the milk. You've shown what at it's like on Super Saiyan 3, you've seen what Andrew is on Super Saiyan 3, right? So it's like, why are you asking him to be a milder version of himself? Even with the mistake, right? I can get you trying. I can get, this is what I can understand, and I'm gonna keep it football. If you get up, let's say they get up 17-7, I could see you not trying to, like.
And then he'll try to run the ball. And now you're putting Bama State in a position to, or FAMU in a position to where you're giving them a chance to try to come back. when you get up that 17-7, keep pushing the gas. Don't let them folks come back in the game.
But see, that's the thing, though. A lot of defensive coaches would say, hey, 17-7, we play good defense, we run the ball. It's a clock game, right? Me personally, I'm a gas pedal to the floor person. Like, if it ain't broke, we not about to fix it. If we got up 17 scoring, we about to get another 17 scoring. Go ahead, P.
North Carolina Central over North Carolina A&T, huh?
60 on them. If I can put 60 on them, put 60 on them. That's just, but again, it's a philosophy. It's a mindset that I don't think Eddie Robb subscribes to. So if Eddie Robb doesn't subscribe to it, it's hard for your offensive coordinator to subscribe to it, because why? He has to follow that. He got to go with the top guy.
And I think E-Rob will go along with it. It's new to him. He's been looking for offense since he's been at Alabama State. How many quarterbacks has he gone through? And he's finally got his golden boy, his golden child, and it looks good. So now he has to grow into this role, because guess what? For so long, he's been insecure about his offense.
Yeah.
And when you have that insecurity, it takes time to let that down, to grow, to be happy for what you have. He's had to rely on defense and a little bit of special teams. Now, this is an opportunity for him to open up, and I think we've seen it. I think the perfect example was Andrew BOTY started that tough first half against Southern, and E-Rob slowly incorporating, saying, hey, man, get back on track. Because Southern put a lot of pressure on him. They blitzed, and they forced him to be uncomfortable. But as the game went on, everybody took away. I think that's the same situation.
Is a All-American.
Like,
I want to give, even when we played Southern, and the pressure that Kelby put on BOTY and that offense, bro, he is an awesome player on a bad team.
Well, I agree. I think he is. I think he's good. The thing that I liked what Southern did is they went to a 5-man front. So it was, and that 5th man, if it was Kelby or the other DN, their job was to go at BOTY. Like, so if they were the RPO guy, they weren't looking at the running back. It's like, hey, you focus on BOTY and we'll deal with the running back with the linebackers, right? So I think that was a great philosophy, and I wouldn't be surprised if you might see that on FAMU, where they might go a 5-man front and just to limit. But again, this is where good coaching comes in. If I'm Barnett, I got to be ready for the 5-man front, because that's what caught us off guard against Southern, and we fixed it in the second half to get going. Well, now we don't have time to try to figure it out and get going at Bragg. You want to get up in Bragg. You want to get that crowd as quiet as possible, as early as possible. You don't want to get FAMU crowd going. So you got to have stuff ready and situated. So, hey, if they go a 5-man front, we're going to do this. If they go back to the traditional 4-3 front, we're going to do this. So, yeah, I'm excited, Bill, man. I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too. And thanks a lot, fellas. And the only crowd that we need loud is the ones in black and coat in that little tight corner in Bragg. So,
that's exactly where they're going to put you to. Appreciate it, man.
But thanks a lot, fellas. Enjoy the show. Y'all have a good one.
You too, man. They going to put you right. Listen, they going to put you in that left corner.
Hey, that's what Jackson finna be this weekend. We finna squeeze their ass in that little corner over there. They better enjoy what they got.
8212 coming to you.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm Trey. I'm calling from Baton Rouge again, man. I got two good. I'm Southern fan, Southern till I die. Two things. One good thing and one bad thing.
Talk to me.
The good thing is, as a Southern fan, it's forever. Fuck J State. I'm sorry, I just had to say that. Get that off my chest. Because I was tired of hearing the Jackson State all throughout this call, man. FJ State, all the way.
I'm with you, bro. Fuck Jackson State. I'm with you. You
But
ain't the only one.
But he picked them. But go ahead, Trav.
Oh no! I'm picking Jackson State.
Oh my God, y'all are crazy. Y'all got no loyalty. Oh, it's Southern all day. Fuck Jackson State, but yeah,
it's still fuck them people, bro.
I'm gonna pick Jack. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny.
No. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the story. So I was at the LSU game this weekend, and I know you know Jalen Rogers, the defensive tackle. He started 67, I think.
Okay.
Big boy, about 320. He said at practice, talking about I asked him about Fred McNair's offense. He said, and this is at words, ain't shit changed but there's motion coming up front. That was his exact
Okay,
words.
so ain't shit changed, but they will. So they're gonna move some players around.
Yeah, that's all
Okay.
he said.
Okay.
The same exact offense, ain't shit changed, but there's moving up front.
I mean, that's half the battle, though. I'm sorry. Like, listen. I agree with you. I think Southern's offense is atrocious. Listen. It is what it is. But with motion, I need people to understand. With motion helps you identify the coverage. It helps you identify the blitzer. Helps you identify if it's a man or zone. So it does help your quarterback just a tad bit to say, "Oh shit, okay." He didn't move out with that guy, so he could be blitzing. I got to make a change, or I got to throw this hot. He's my hot guy. Or, if I motion and he kicks out with them, okay, they're in man. All right, so I'm going to go to my best receiver in man. Like, little things like that just help your offense. I'm not saying that it's all world, but when you're playing a Jackson State team that likes to zone blitz and blitz off the edges like they do, you got to identify it as quick as you can. But go ahead.
Yeah, but one thing I like to see coming from Southern is if Jalen is hurt, I don't want them to rush that man back coming out that huge concussion. It was horrible. I like to see Ashton. What's his name? Paris Stroughton.
Yeah, I like that kid. Yeah, I like that kid. I like his. Again, I don't know how he is for a full game because I think he threw the ball like 9 times, maybe 10 times. But I did like his moxie, right? He just looks like a quarterback. He has a good aura about him that he looks like a quarterback. But at the end of the day, you gotta throw that thing. I got it, P.
Yeah, yeah. Let y'all go ahead. Fuck J State. Fuck all the Sonic Fool of the South. They ain't shit. Human jukebox on top. And I'm out.
All right, man. Appreciate it. That is too funny. That Bama said, "Oh yeah, but I'm picking Jackson." You want me to play it right now, P, or what? All right. I'm assuming this is how you feel. Let's see.
name's Alistair Rigby, but as far as you're concerned, I'm Willy Wonka, and you're taking a in my chocolate factory. Easy, boss. But when some little ups, you're under new management. You, allowance now.
Smart thing was it wasn't no movie. The smart thing was to say yes, get up, and leave the room. But then I thought to myself, what if this was a movie? Look, you, the plane you flew in on, them shoes, those socks with the bell on it, your gay ass accent, them cheap ass cigars, your yuck mouth teeth, your hairpiece, your chocolate, Guy Ritchie, Prince William, the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the out.
That's how I feel, man.
Oh my goodness, but you still gonna pick them. That's crazy.
Man, when you watch football like I watch football, now my pride is Southern. I mean, that's when you got to put the pride aside. Pride is a motherfucker. You ever heard that?
Yeah, was it pride comes destruction comes pride comes before destruction.
I've been dealing with pride for years, fucking with you on this show. All right, but Southern's offense for once gives me nothing to believe in. I mean, 7 points against Fresno, 7 points against Alabama State, 14 points against North Carolina Central, and Southern has already gotten blown out by 2 teams in my top 5. And the fact that we played Valley close, I can't get over that. Valley went and played 2 other FCS schools and only scored 3 points in both those games. They got 50 pieces in 2 games against FCS teams, but yet, man, I'm telling you, if it was about 3 more minutes in that game, Southern may lose that game.
That's
so. I'm just not confident in the offense. I'm just not. So that's just me.
All right, last 3 callers, Mr. Hunt, Cal, and then Rocky. Mr. Hunt, coming to you.
Yes, good evening to you all. And Scotty, congratulations to you for doing the broadcast this past Saturday.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that was great for you to get the opportunity to do that. And also, I'm gonna give you all a good laugh. There's some Sean Gibbs went from all that talking he did when they beat Hampton in double overtime to now I saw reports that he dismissed a player for squirting water on Trey Oliver. And then this will be the landing gear is on the NCCU when Brother White brought up Malcolm Bell. I remember I was at that Celebration Bowl in 2016, and that's something to think about. That when Jerry Mack was head coach and who the office coordinator was, who you all been talking about this evening, T.C. Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's when I saw that body of work of T.C. Taylor coaching during that time. I watched him play at Jackson State. Back during those times, but look at where he's become as a coach. But that's gonna be my landing gear.
All right, man. Thank you so much, Mr. Hunt.
All right, you all take.
That is a small world, though. Like that, he went. Somebody just sent me a text message. They crazy, but it's crazy. It is a small world that he was with NCCU as their offensive coordinator. He went to Jackson, and then now he won a Celebration Bowl. Cal, come to you, and then Rocky, you last.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's up, man?
Hey, dude, congratulations for that broadcast.
Thank you, sir.
Now the pleasantry out the way. Fuck the human centipede ass band school, and they the middle piece. Jack say by 50. All right, man, holla.
Y'all gotta come with some better jokes, man. Y'all are.
You know what's crazy? This has been the quietest shit talking between Southern and Jackson I think I've ever seen.
Because it's really nothing for y'all to talk about because y'all been so bad.
But they not even talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
In the past, this is going. Me and Mike Reed. I mean, I don't think nobody give a damn. It's been quiet. This ain't the normal. It ain't normal. Something is off here.
It might be a Southern wind coming in.
I'd rather be wrong in this situation. I would really like to be wrong, but niggas got to understand. I'm trying to beat you when it comes to this overall predictions every week. So pride aside, y'all forgot about how hard I rode with Southern and Norfolk. I rode with Eric Dooley and I rode with Dawson Otis, boy, and they put me in the trash can. I can't do it this year. What you playing? Some black exploitation movie?
Oh man, I got it.
I don't care what your people say, it's grace. But long as I got you by my side, I don't care what your people say. Your friends tell you it's no future in loving a married man.
Boy, that's how you loving you is wrong. Being right means being without you.
Damn, man, why somebody told me I'm worried about winning the wrong thing? Like, damn.
Hey, Rocky, you live, bro.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
What's
hey,
up?
Man, this is the deal, bro. And this is what I would say for Southern. Southern got a chance, got a path to victory. Only thing they have to do is don't let Cameron McCoy throw the ball and completely commit to the run. Complete and totally commit to the run.
You don't think Jackson can stop that?
No. It's not about Jackson can stop it. It's just the calamity that Southern is as a passing team. Like they threw themselves out of the Alabama State game. Like that's how I saw it. If they don't throw 2 interceptions
and the fumbles,
they probably don't win, huh?
And the fumbles.
You know how bad Southern is casting the ball? Southern's so bad out of the 25 that's ranked in the SWAC receiver. Southern does not have one receiver in the top 25 in the SWAC right now. Cameron McCoy is dead last in passing out of quarterbacks in the SWAC right now.
You know the crazy thing, if you break it down on the per game average, Cameron McCoy is throwing has more attempts per game than Andrew Body? Why?
Because they've been getting
Why?
blown out. When you're getting blown out, you got to throw to get back into a game.
Like my point is saying is teams are not, and the same thing with Jackson State. Why is Jacoby Morgan throwing more than Andrew Body?
No,
Why?
that's crazy. No, I definitely agree with you on that. This is my thing, Rocky. When you say what you say, I think you got to put people in context. Like committing to the run, like just running the ball, that's not the recipe. It's how you run the ball, right? Like it can't just be
because we committed to it.
I
That's what the
agree.
whole inside zone
You have to have variety in your running game.
That's the
What
part.
I'm saying is,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, that's the part I'm saying. Like, who do you think on this coaching staff gives you variety in the running game? Because I know you. I don't think you watched Southern during the Dawson Odoms era. Like, if you would have watched Southern run the ball in that,
I watched Skelton and he could get it done.
yeah, right. So that was the Dawson Odoms
Yeah.
era. Like that's right in that in between space, right? So it's about how you run the ball. Because again, Hampton had great success in running the ball. They just couldn't do anything else outside of that, and they kept flipping the quarterbacks back and forth and all that type of stuff. But again,
that's exactly how I see Southern in this game. What Hampton was.
Yeah.
They could run the ball. They had different plays. It was like they couldn't capitalize off the turnovers that they forced Jackson into, and they couldn't put up the points, and Jackson just inched away. That's it. That's literally how I see this game going, just like Hampton and Jackson.
But like I say, and again, if you go look at the Hampton game, I think Hampton tried to pass too much. Like, and the reason why I say that is they throw for a low percentage and they create negative plays and turnovers trying to pass. Like the fact of the matter, ain't nobody should be passing more than 25 times, more than 20 times in the SWAT is Andrew Body and Quad Brown.
Yeah.
Everybody else should be handing that thing off as many times as they can.
Agreed.
Because guess what? Even the Tuskegee game for Jackson State, what set them back, they probably could have blew Tuskegee out. But they kept trying to pass the ball with no consistency, no real effectiveness. Why do you keep trying to pass the ball? First off, you don't need to pass to win the game. That's one. And it just simply throws off it puts you off schedule. And with Jacoby, they were trying to give him easy throws, pass on first down, all that kind of stuff. But they were just getting behind the sticks. And then to have the running game bail them out. I just think here we have to accept, or these coaches have to accept, that these quarterbacks are limited. And if you have a Trey Holly, if you have a Cameron McCoy, if you have a Mike Finley, put them jokers in the backfield and let them get busy in the running game. Because that does two things. You control the clock and you keep your team from making negative bad plays. And that's enough to keep you in this Jackson State game if you're able to put up a pretty formidable defensive. Go ahead.
I'm not saying your premise is bad, but I think it's limited. Like what you're saying is limited because again, I can run the ball 30 times. Perfect example. NCAT ran the ball 30 times. And they got 54 yards of total offense of rushing the game, right? Again, I can commit to running the ball, but what is it producing for me? And am I creative enough? And do I have the guys up front to make it happen? It's no different than passing. Yes, there's more variables to go wrong, but I can get a negative play on running. I can get a fumble on running. I can mess
What
with the
happens
handoff.
when you fall behind in the game like Southern did against North Carolina Central? What good does the run game do when you're running yourself right out of the game because you're running out of time?
Well, but the running game kept you in the game. In that particular game, that's the only thing that kept you in the game was the running game. I in my opinion, what let you down in that game, again, you had wide open passes that you couldn't complete. I think you guys had a mix of pass and run in that game.
that was much better. I thought you threw it a little too much coming out of halftime. But that's just, that's a matter of taste. If you don't catch it, it don't matter if you throw it or not. If the guy's open, you can scheme it open or whatever. If you don't catch it, you're gonna always have this situation. But what I'm saying is like a guy like Cameron McCoy, I think he's a guy that you can scheme an open pass for him. If you put him in man, if you get him in a situation where they have to load up against the run, you can scheme an open receiver, and I think he can hit an open receiver.
I don't.
But go ahead.
I don't
But the
disagree
thing to
with
me
you.
about it, Jackson State and TC Taylor knows everything about Cameron McCoy. No matter what you do to scheme, he knows Cameron McCoy in and out. He is a guy who gave Cameron McCoy every opportunity last year. He recruited Cameron McCoy. He knows his weaknesses and his strengths. It won't come as a surprise no matter what you scheme up for Cameron McCoy.
But you, as a play caller, you get to use his attributes how you see fit. You don't have to do it in the way that TC Taylor chose to do it. You don't have to do it in the way that other coaches have done. You get to scheme it up. Like I say, why don't just simply this, Scotty? Why in more swag teams with limited quarterback I think Andrew should have two backs in the backfield with him more. Like, I think that'll help him out. It'll help him when they blitz him. It'll give him more options in the running game. Like, they should use two backs in the backfield sometime. Because again, I just think the not Andrew, but the other quarterbacks in the SWAC are just limited, man. From R.J. Johnson to Cameron McCoy, Jacoby Morgan. They did, even the guy. Look, you see what Prairie View did. They want to run the air raid. They turned the air raid into the ground raid.
Okay, again, Rocky, it goes back to my point. You got to have somebody to call it. Like, you can't. You're saying premises that if the guys don't, if you're asking me, if you're my head coach and you say, Scotty, I want to run the wing T, and I've never ran the wing T before, I can't help you. And if you're going to Southern and you're saying, hey, we should run a spread option or a triple option or a spread power run, and they don't know what that looks like, then they're not going to give you the creativity. So at the end of the day, it comes back to the coaching. Why are you recruiting players that cannot fit the scheme that you want to do? That's what, to me, getting Cameron McCoy was the dumbest recruit Southern did. I said, how does Jackson throw him away to the curb and you turn around and make him your starting quarterback, and then you try to dictate the offense that doesn't fit him in any shape, form, or fashion? Is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. That's a criminal offense in itself.
So I agree. If you don't want to feature his legs in the running game, then don't even recruit.
It's simple. It's very simple.
Yeah.
If honestly, what PV is doing is exactly what Southern should be doing. What PV did against Northwestern is what Southern should look like at their team. Flat out, straight, 300 yards on the ground, 80, 90 yards passing, and we're going to figure this thing on out. But again, when you don't have the play calling, you don't have the creativity, nor do you have the coaching, this is what you get. You get what you've been seeing from Southern, which is a very basic, mundane for the last 3 years of offense has been a very basic style, mundane style. And let me be very clear. Jackson is just as basic and just as mundane. They just have the better horses to do it.
Better players.
That's it. Yeah. They just got the better horses to do it.
And me and you talked about this before. I think Jackson spends too much time trying to pass the ball, but they can afford to do it against lesser teams. Pretty soon they're going to play somebody that they're not going to be able to fool around with the football, and I think they're going to be more committed to the run, and it'll work out for them. But I just think, Jackson shouldn't be messing around with the pass. But the last thing I want to say is about Andrew, right? And someone brought up the ball control. I don't think you run ball control to necessarily control the game as much as you run ball control to allow the other team, the other players on the team to get into the flow of the game. because Andrew certainly can take over the game, but you don't want him taking over the game, the entire game, for what it exposes him to. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
That's what my issue with Andrew. I don't want to expose. But you
No.
don't understand what I mean?
Nah, because how are you exposing him? Like, what do you mean exposing him? How?
So I don't want to have 30 dropbacks and then 10 runs with Andrew. You know what I mean? I want Andrew to get it when it's time to get it. And if he can be a distributor, let him be a distributor. If he can be a distributor and win the game. I don't want him to activate that Yu-Gi-Oh stuff you was talking about earlier. I don't need him to activate that unless it's needed. I don't need him to get off the bus in that
Hell,
Yu-Gi-Oh mode
fuck that. Fuck that. Hell no. I need him to activate that shit when this is a big game. Like,
He
what we
knows
talking about?
Jacoby and Morgan. He is not a game manager. Andrew Body is not a game manager. He is
Hell
an
no.
impact
I didn't
player.
say he was a game manager.
I need him to listen, bro. You need, if you win Super Saiyan against UAB, I need you to go Super Saiyan against FAM. It matters more against FAM than it did against UAB.
Yeah.
Well, look when he was against Southern and he was kind of pressing. He missed some wide open guys, man. Matter of fact, that's the only reason why the game was close. Because he in the first half, because he missed some guys that he hit in that UAB game.
That's again,
so,
but that's part of the game. I need, again, I still need you to be you. Yeah, you're missing, but I know you can hit that. Like, I need you to hit that. Like, I don't know what else you want me.
So you don't want him to let the game come to him.
Let the game come to him is letting him be a star. Like, I'm not gonna. When you're talking about being the distributor, he can be a distributor without getting himself hit. Like, watch the UAB game. Like, he was a distributor and he didn't get himself killed. He did the 60-yard run. He did the 20-yard run, slid, got down. He threw the ball around the yard. He handed it off. He RPO'd it. He was being everything that you asked him to be. He just did it at a very efficient, high level. And it could have been the same thing as Southern if he hits the passes. If he hits the passes, that they blow them out the water. I'm talking about like 40-7. It's crazy. But again, I'm not asking. That's the reason I brought Andrew over to Alabama State. I didn't bring him over here so that, I can get my guys going. No, motherfucker. Like, I need you to get these Bamas going. Like, you're the spoon that stirs the drink. Okay? You're the spoon. You're the straw that makes all this shit go. If you don't go, they don't go. And and anybody who's played football, if your guy is going, you feel like you're invincible because we got that guy. But if your guy is off, you're like, oh shit, how we gonna win this game? He not playing well. Like that. No, I need you to be Super Saiyan. I need you to be that guy. So when you get off the bus, when you touch grass, I need you to go straight LeBron. It's zero dark 30. We in conference play, baby. Like, it's go time.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's, like I say, but I don't understand what Eddie Robb is talking about. Like I say, I understand what you're saying. That's one aspect of it. You need him to be special. I don't think in the SWAC to win a game, he needs to be special from the kickoff to the last whistle. I don't think he needs to do that in the SWAC. Now, maybe for the Celebration Bowl championship or something like that, sure. But I think he can beat a FAMU. He need to be that way at Jackson State. He may need to be that way at Alabama A&M. But he don't need to be that way.
Listen. This is my issue. I don't need you to turn it on and turn it off. I need you to be turned on. Like, he needs to have a Cam Newton SEC type of run to where, because let's keep it a buck. Jalen is special, but he doesn't have the defense that if Alabama State had the defense that they had the last 2 years, I would 100% agree with you. He don't need to be special at all. He could be, you give him 70% Andrew, you moonwalk through. If you had 70%, if you had 50% Andrew last year, they win the SWAC with his eyes closed. But they don't have that style. They don't have that defense anymore. So I'm going to need you to big up the team where we're lacking. We're lacking defensively. I need you to go out and score immensely to where when you touch the field, they're like, shit, we gave him the ball back. Because Andrew's about to go score or do something or get 3 points or get 7 points or flip the field or whatever that looks like. I need you to be that, because this year they're going to need that. They might not have needed it last year, but they're not the same team like they were last year. They have some talent. They got some guys that can go, but they need number one to be number one.
All right. Hey, like I say, I know he can be, and that's reassuring. I just don't want, for whatever reason, I just think it's better if he has a team that can contribute and him not have to carry the whole entire load.
You know what game you do that on? You do that on the Valley game. Huh? You do that on the UAPB game. You do that in the games. You do that in the Bethune-Cookman game, right? Like, those are the games that you just say, hey, Andrew, let's get these guys going. Let's do this. Like, hey, hey, run the ball. We're going to keep it easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But Jackson, FAMU, and Southern, bump all that. I need super. I gotta have it, my guy. Like, we haven't gotten over the hump against Jackson and Fam. I need it. I need it all.
Forgot about A&M, the Magic City Classic.
Magic City Classic. I needed to get on that game too. So hell no, like I can't have you over here, Andy Griffin, in the game. Nah, ain't no whistling Dixie out here, boy. I need you to be.
So it's Willie beaming at all times.
It's Willie beaming. You either get on my page or get off. Okay,
it's now or never at this point.
On, man.
What we fooling around with? You got to go hit it and get with it this year. If you take a day off, that could be that one day that stop you from getting to the championship. Fact. And right now, I think with Andrew Body, it's all championship.
I'm just suggesting that his mindset, that the teams, that the coaches and Andrew manage how much he's used to control the game. That's all I'm saying.
I get you, Rocky, man. Appreciate the call, Brody.
All right, man.
I 100% disagree. Listen, I 1000% disagree. If you, that guy, which I believe Andrew is, which I believe Andrew believes he is. Listen, I need y'all to understand who you're talking about. You're talking about the third all-time leading passer in the state of fucking Texas. Like, Texas. Like, we're not talking about Montana. We're not talking about Nebraska. We're not talking about South Dakota. He's the number 3 all-time passing leader in the state of Texas. He's only behind Kyler Murray, and it's like another, I think, like Andy Dalton or something crazy like that. He got Drew Brees, Matthew Stafford. He got all them jokers beat, right? So what I'm saying is you're not talking about no regular schmegler guy. This dude was one game away for taking Texas Southern to the SWAC championship. And he was up in the game when he went down with the shoulder injury. So again, he's had to carry the load. He's used to carrying the load. This is probably the one time he's like, damn, it feels real good. I can just turn around and hand the ball off. Man, it feels real good that I got receivers that gonna make plays for me. And it feels real good that I got a defense that can get a stop for me. So I think, if I'm being honest, I think Andrew feels like this is probably the lightest load he's had to carry since he's been in the SWAC. And he still can be that guy. I'm sorry, Perry. Go ahead. You.
Oh no, I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So, I need that Bama on LeBron James mode when the bus pulls up to I need straight NBA young boy. I don't know what you need to turn. I don't know what you need to do. I need ski mask Andrew. Okay, I need that black ski mask UAB Andrew when he was like this. Is all you can see is his eyes. You know,
this almost like the Last Dance type of feel. Like, hey, how many more opportunities you gonna get? It's like the future isn't promised. Right now is Coach Graves always say the precious present. That's what we're living in right now. No. And for Andrew, considering how everything ended after game 1 last year, and you had to sit a whole season out. Now you want me to come in, you want me to slow things down? Hell no, I got everything to prove, because you remember last year, everybody said I wasn't going to be this, I wasn't going to be that. And then coming into this season, everybody say he's injury prone. He can't survive. He can't. Man, you got all that built up. Now is the time. What
Now
are we
what you
waiting
trying?
for? What are you holding up for?
Ain't
And the
nothing.
SWAC East didn't get no weaker.
Facts. When you got A&M and Quad and them boys coming, Bethune getting their offense going.
And you
Jackson,
got to go on the road where people don't win at this weekend at Bragg Memorial. Why you want me to slow down? If anything, this is now is the time. You got to turn it up.
gotta turn it up. This is it's conference play. This is what you've been waiting for. And again, I'm gonna say it. He needs to have a Cam Newton Auburn type of season like that. You if you're that guy, you're gonna have that season because again, he doesn't have the all world team, but he has a good enough team that he can make a SWAC championship run and a Celebration Bowl run. And if you're that guy at quarterback, and you've seen it, Perry, you've seen the Devontae Kincaids, you've seen the Ladarius Skeltons, you've seen these quarterbacks take their teams to another level just because of who they are and
Noah
what they're.
Johnson, Alcorn.
Come on, man, just what they're able to do because you're like, man, we cannot stop that guy.
I remember Lenore's Footman at Alcorn, man. We had nothing for that kid, man. You had Noah Johnson. You had Gibbs. You got a lot of quarterbacks that have come through. I mean, Ryan Stanley, the quarterback that was at
FAMU.
A&M.
Yeah, FAMU.
You know, there's some guys. Shador Sanders, goddamn. I mean, what could you do to stop him? He went undefeated, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. Yeah.
That's it.
You think Shador turned it off? Hell no. You think he ever did?
But see now what Rocky is talking about is what Shador did. Shador didn't have to be on all the time, but when you needed Shador to be on, he turned it on. You get what I'm saying? Like when you needed that play on fourth down, you needed that third down conversion, you needed that one play, you needed that one throw, you needed that one moment, you needed that one drive. He turned it on because any other time the defense was so outrageous that he never really had to. Man, it was Jackson scoring 20. All Jackson had to do was score 21 points. That's it. That's it. That's where they were when them young Shador years. All they had to do was score 21 points, and you weren't getting over 3 touchdowns on Jackson State's defense.
When they was going for 2 points on us in the second quarter, I said, "Shit, it's disrespectful." They going for 2.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing is that. Yeah, and again, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get up out of here, and I'm gonna let people. Perry. Oh, Herb, call back in, Herb. I'm gonna unlock it.
Conference has been unlocked.
Call back in, Herb. I'm unlocking it. Call back in, Herb. I'm unlocking it. And I'm gonna take Herb. And then I'm gonna get up out of it. But my thing is, if you, I want people to do this. Imagine if Andrew had that defense of last. Y'all are lucky. I want to be very clear. If Alabama State had the defense they had last year with Andrew Body at quarterback, I would be picking games like this. Who we playing? Who we playing this week?
Hey, and we saw a glimpse of it against North Carolina Central.
Yeah.
We saw a glimpse of what they could be, and then the rest of the season was like, damn. You know, and look, they still hung on throughout the season just off of defense, didn't they?
Yeah. In that Jackson game, to me, the Jackson game was a signal. I think they lost to Jackson like 13-6 with the 5th string quarterback. Herb, coming to you.
Hey man, I appreciate this conversation for real, man, because I think a lot of folks that are Alabama State fans have been waiting for this for a long time. And I'll be honest with you, man. I think, I'm with you, Rocky. I don't know, bro. Quite honestly, dude, he's the focal point of the offense, man. Everybody else gets opportunities, gets a chance to eat when he's effective and he's efficient. And the thing about it, in Barnett's offense, man, it's RPO. You already know it's RPO heavy. It's run based. But when you got a dynamic talent like that can run that offense, and I mean, make no mistake, he's got full command of that offense. I mean, I think what we saw in the UAB game was not an aberration. I mean, he was carving them up, like a surgeon was. And I think, that dude has probably the best completion percentage in the SWAC by far right now. Probably one of the better completions percentages, in all of FCS football.
And I think a lot of times, man, we're looking at, yeah, Andrew can run, Andrew's dynamic talent, but the way he's run Barnett's offense is the difference. And I mean, let's be clear, he's the focal point for that offense, but it opens up, the threat of him running and passing and him being a dual threat opens up everything else. They, Alabama State got a nice stable of backs: Holes, Claw, Ashford, Lagon, is
Kinsey.
transferred in, and
Is Kinsey still there?
Yep. Kinsey. I think Kinsey transferred out.
Oh man, I liked him.
But the Harris kid, he's a power, he's a power back in between the tackles. And I think the biggest difference this year than last year is that we got some weapons on the perimeter, man. I mean, between Asa Gregg, the Harvey kid, there's another cat, I can't remember his name right now. He went for 174 in that UAPB game. That UAB game. And he's a blazer. He had 2 touchdowns the last game against Miles. I think what's going to be really key for us, is one, Barnett and that offensive, play calling staff doesn't get conservative. I think that's the big thing. We start doing inside zone shit the entire time, man. We're gonna start seeing a repeat of some things from last year. But what the offense itself, is tailor made to what Andrew does really, really well. He makes really good decisions with the ball, especially now. He hits some seam passes extremely well. He can make the throws that he needs to make. And his decision making is, it's just on another level right now. So it's it's just something that you got to just look at.
That's fair.
I mean, it's going to be good. I mean, I just it's going to be the Florida A&M game is going to be the first test, but yeah, man. Look, if he's playing, he goes. Alabama State goes as far as Andrew goes.
That's what it comes down to. But hey, man,
what it comes down to.
Hey, appreciate the call, Herb, man. We'll see what it looks like on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
All right, brody. All right, P. Let them know where they can find you at.
Catch me every Saturday on the Jaguar Journal on 107.3 FM in Baton Rouge. You can keep up with the Jaguar Journal, of course, on X, on Instagram, on Facebook, as well as subscribe to the Jaguar Journal YouTube channel. Also keep up with me with On the Yard Network, which is subscribe to the On the Yard Network YouTube channel. Also keep up with On the Yard Network across all social media, on X, on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. And then every Monday right here with my man Scotty, Outspoken.
Hey, man, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. Appreciate you, Perry, for coming in. Listen, man, conference play is here. All right, conference play is here. These games are about to turn up. I'm about to extend my lead in the picks. And you already know, come out with another year of being a champion, right?
Before we get out of here, you still good with that Alcorn?
Yeah, I'm good with the Alcorn. I got the Grambling, and I got the Grambling. I'm just gonna take my one.
That's that one.
I'm gonna take my one. I'm gonna take my one and roll.
All right. I just wanted to make sure before we got up out of here.
You gonna pick Southern? Give you a chance before I close out the show. I mean, you got the shirt on.
It's still fuck Jackson State now. Don't get it twisted now. Hey.
Okay, well,
it's still a rivalry, but shit.
You like fuck Jackson State. Man, I'm so glad they got that win. Oh man, thank you, Jesus. Oh,
listen. I watch enough football shit. I can't be fooled by the football. Is it the pride or is it the football? Which one is it?
I just think it's loyalty.
I'm loyal. I'm loyal as fuck. I mean, it don't get no more loyal than Perry. I survived the Eric Dooley years, niggas. What you talking about? Loyal.
I got the battle scars.
Loyal. I survived, and then I was still picking. You remember everybody was like, "Why do you keep picking Southern?"
No, that was crazy.
I was picking Southern every week, wasn't it?
Yeah, and putting them in the top 5.
What more lawyer do you need from me? I done been down that street, okay? It's just something different about this year. After that North Carolina Central game, I was like, everything I need to see, everything, this ain't it. This ain't that, and that ain't this. How about that? You know, we ain't got no offense, so I can't do nothing with no offense. I can't do nothing without no offense, Scotty. You know, when I love offense, what the fuck can I do scoring 7 points a game?
What if they hold Jackson to 3? That's a win. That's a
They
dub.
hold them to 3, then we getting the safety. It's 3-2. Goddamn shit. That's. I'm just telling y'all, I done been through some things, man. I done survived the last 4 years.
Oh man.
Post Dawson Odoms, I've been here. Jason Rock, and look, I done went through many. I got Jason Rollins, Eric Dooley. Now I'm Terrence Gray.
Yeah, he about to be gone.
And I've been sitting here loyal as I can be. I'm talking about just various. How much more of a beating do y'all want me to take? For y'all enjoyment, I refuse not. I'm not going to be sitting here getting beat down for y'all to be laughing at me. Been there, did. I learned my lesson after North Carolina Central. Won't happen again. Won't happen again. I promise you.
Oh, well,
all y'all fucking wanted some laughs. I'm not going to be just. For me to come on here next week and everybody get on me like you picked Southern because you a homer.
Nah, I'm good. He said, nah, I'm good.
I watch football. That's all that matters. So, yeah.
What you think?
Huh?
What you think?
Piss me off. Boy, you want to see? I'm an Arkansas Razorback fan. Y'all talking about loyal? I survived being an Arkansas Razorback. They the team that can teach you how to lose. You want to know how to lose? Call up.
They'll figure out a way.
Jesus Christ.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, man. We about to get up out of here, man. Listen, we done went super overtime. Listen, but as always, until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'ma holla. God bless. I'm gonna do your.
Thank you. Help me out. Help me out.